Star Hoops, Central Vibes, where the ladies thrive. Breaking it down, highlights come alive, crossovers, threes, hustle don't stop. Women's game shining, we taking it to the top. Handles ridiculous, moves so ferocious. Step backs lethal like poetry in motion. Queens on the court making noise explosion. Game so smooth, no need for promotion. Star Hoop Central, we running the court. Breaking it down, giving fans full support from the tip off to the last buzzer sound. We're here for the love, giving breakdowns profound. Never sleep on this, skill set divine. Buckets dropping like rain, every shot refined. Courts a canvas and they paint with their shine. Passing gems, no look, threads intertwined. Fast breaks, dimes in defense for days. Highlighting greatness in every play. Legends in the making, stars in the fray. Turning up the heat, watch the artistry sway. Star Hoop Central, we running the court. Breaking it down, giving fans full support. Star Hoop Central, we reign in the game. Fast break the logic, no time for delay. Full court press, every word that we say. From zones to the man, the schemes we unweave. Breaking the box score, we don't just believe. Debate in the key, where clutch get defined. MVP stats or the heart in the grind. Legends get forged in the fires of our chat. Star Hoop Central, where the real game's at.
Welcome back to Stars Hoop Central, where all the stars align. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I see y'all already active in the chat. Make sure you comment and subscribe as well. Because we got some great things coming, some great topics to get into. But without further ado, let's check on how the panel's doing. How you doing, panel?
Gravy, baby. Gravy, baby, gravy.
All right.
Doing good. Back, man. Look, back with it. Hey, there's gonna be an amazing episode, man. So make sure y'all stay locked in. Star Hoop Central. Hit that subscribe button. You already know what it is.
Facts. Showtime, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm straight. Yeah, I
Great.
know I'm finna cook. Hey, man, I like to tell people I know what I'm talking about, right? We all experts, though. hey, check the throw it in there.
Facts.
Shout out everybody in the chat. Hit the like button. Smash the gas on the like button. Man, it's time to cook. We're gonna have a great show today.
For sure. We got some great topics to get into. Obviously, there's been a lot of news floating around, rumors, all of that good stuff. But we got some trade news before the deadline. That was pretty major. So we obviously have to talk about that, how that changes things for the number one team in the league, for Minnesota Lynx. Dijonai Carrington goes to the Minnesota Lynx for Diamond Miller, Carly Luke. I want to call her sister name so bad. Carly Samuelson. In a 2027 second round pick, if I'm not mistaken. And then they waived Tierra McCowan as well. So with Dijonai Carrington going to the Minnesota Lynx, with Dijonai Carrington going to the Minnesota Lynx, it kind of bears the question, does that push the Lynx over the hump? How does that look for the Lynx, and how does she fit in with them? I'm gonna go with you first, HD. How do the Lynx use Dijonai? How do you feel about the trade? How does that look?
I think it helps them on the offensive side more because you don't need Courtney to guard the point of attack anymore. You don't need Kayla to really guard the best offensive player. So it gives them flexibility, and this is what we've talked about everybody on the panel about the teams that we like. We need more flexibility. They have flexibility now with Dijonai. Dijonai is not only impactful with her defense, one-on-one defense, but her off-the-ball defense is one of the best in the league. She has the energy and high motor to run around screens against some of the best players in the league. I think this puts Minnesota in a good seat now. Fee possibly, I believe, is out 2 weeks, I believe, from what I've heard. So I don't think it'll hurt them that much, possibly against the top teams, because you don't have her versatility on the defensive end. But listen, Kayla McBride, this is her time of the year. She always turns it up in the second half of the season. Dijonai is going to take that off for her. So now you could run some sets sometimes with McBride, Carlton, Dijonai together. Sometimes you'll have Courtney, Dijonai, and McBride. So either or, you can put her at the 2 starting or on the bench, coming off the bench, or in the game starting. I think Prince said this before, and I was watching and I had to ask him this question a while back. Like, does she look good playing the wing? And he told me, like, no, she don't look good. And so now you don't need to put her at a position that she's not good at. Now she can play her natural position. She don't have to stretch out to that position because you got Carlton, you got McBride, and then you, of course, got Shepard and them also coming off the bench. That'll help. Natisha Heidemann, this is going to help her out tremendously, because when she come off the bench, she would have to be guarding sometimes the best point guard. Now you got Dijonai, that'll help you get some extra energy, extra buckets from her. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this does for them. And I'm happy for Dijonai. She deserves it. I think people have been playing with her name all year. Now she can prove to people why she's the MIP from last year and why she was possibly a defensive player of the year last year. She's going to show all that this stretch down the season.
Yeah, that's some great points. I think you pointed out a lot as far as what she does for them. Do you feel like that pushes them like over the hump? And when I say over the hump, I'm not saying like they're obviously the number 1 team in the league. They're a championship caliber team. But does this solidify them winning a championship game?
At the end of the day, it's going to depend on Fee. It gets them closer, but it's going to depend on how Fee is after the ankle injury. It's going to depend on how Fee is locked in again, because listen, you can always come back from an injury, but mentally, are you going to feel better or are you going to worry about it? That's what's going to decide the factor. I think it helps them get closer to winning, but to ultimately winning, they're going to need Fee to be Fee. Fee's going to have to be the Fee that we believe her to be.
I got you. Okay. I'm going to go to Zoe. What you thinking about Nye coming to the team? What does she add to it? What does she add to it? I just saw that. But anyway, what does she add to it? How does she help them out, etc.? You mute.
I'll let you get yours off first, Keith.
Okay, I got you. So when I woke up and saw that Dijonai was traded, I wasn't shocked for one. I kind of saw that coming. I didn't know where she was going. I knew she was going to be traded though. I could tell she was a part of it too. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I don't think that was just something that just happened. I believe Dijonai also was a part of asking to not be in Dallas anymore. And I think it's cool that she went over to Minnesota Lynx, has a chance to win a championship, you know what I'm saying, for herself. In her career. And then her being added to the Lynx, I think is great. I think it helps them out, a lot, tremendously. I think she can learn a lot too, though, no matter what happens throughout the season, how it ends, if she signs back with him, if she doesn't, playing with the Minnesota Lynx with Cheryl Reeves is going to help her a lot, in my opinion, for her future. I think Cheryl got her for a reason, and she's going to utilize her, at the best of her capacity. And I think she has an idea for how she wants to use her. I can't wait to see them play, their first time. Obviously, I think in most matchups, she'll be coming off of the bench, and to have somebody like Dijonai coming off the bench is, Dijonai could play a whole game probably with how much energy she has. So you allowing her to just sit there and garner up energy, you know what I'm saying, and then be able to come off the bench like she has done in her career. it's a special thing. And she talked about when they got her at the airport, when she finally landed, she just said, like, I play to the energy of my teammates. You know what I'm saying? I play to who's around me and the greatness of what's around me. So I think for her, she's ready to rise to the occasion and do whatever it takes to help out. And I think Cheryl Reeves is the type of coach she respects and will listen to. And so I think it's a win-win. I honestly think it's even based off of what both teams needed. Some people think that the Lynx won the trade. I personally feel like they both won. I think it just depends on what you needed. I feel like Dallas needed what they needed and the Lynx needed what they needed. It doesn't always mean like an even trade-off, a Dijonai Carrington for a Dijonai Carrington. Sometimes it's different. You know what I'm saying? And Diamond Miller's a good player. You know what I'm saying? She just been unhealthy. So that's not a bad thing to acquire Diamond Miller. So that's to be seen. But I do think it helps them a lot to get Dijonai. I do think it helps them a lot. And I'm curious to see what they look like once they play her. And yeah, I mean, I'm with you, HD. Like, her coming off the bench, giving them that defense, getting in the passing lanes, all of that. Mucking things up for sure. So I'm excited to see what happens. But that's kind of how I feel about Dijonai going over there. And helping to help the Minnesota Lynx, win a 2025 WNBA championship. But I'll go back to you, Prince. What you think about it? You're on mute again.
My bad. I kind of agree with you and HD both on the concept of Dijonai will be more appreciated, because I watch her on Dallas and I don't think her energy is appreciated enough, not by the fans, but I think by like the media and the league in general. Because she's not brought up this year when you think about like defensive players, when you think about energy players throughout the WNBA conversations. So I think her going to a team that's actually winning and will probably have a meaningful playoff run will definitely get her back in the mainstream media eyes of who she's actually is. Because like all season long, it's actually kind of been weird. And I love Paige, but it's been weird. They've been marketing Dijonai as like kind of like a Paige enthusiast. Like Dijonai is a top 5 defender in the league. She's not some Paige sidekick. Like that's why I'm glad. I hope this gets her back to where she was trending to be, because Dijonai has the capabilities of going down arguably as one of the best perimeter defenders ever. So and again, it's a blessing and a curse to be on a team with like a superstar like Paige, but sometimes it can hurt you as far as like how the public views you. Like nobody was talking about Dijonai's defensive prowess. It was all about her and Paige's relationship. And I was kind of disappointed at how conversations took away from how great she is on defense and what she can bring to a team. Because even when you think about and I've been thinking that for a while, but I didn't want to come off like a Paige is a bad person. That's not where I wanted to go with it, so I kind of held back on it. But after the trade, even if you look at Instagram, Facebook, social media, Twitter, it was all about her and Paige friendship. Like, what about the defensive player that Dijonai is? What about the energy player that she is? Like, everybody is like, Paige is losing one of her teammate buddies. No, Dallas is losing probably their best defender. That should be the conversation, like not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think in the back of her head, probably some of that is going on with her as well. Like, hopefully she gets back to the point of being one of the top 5 defenders in the league. Because even this year, people have been saying Gabby is a better perimeter defender than her, which is not true. Like at all. It's just that they aren't winning kind of thing, and the idea of Dijonai has kind of turned. It became this Naphessa Smith relationship teammate. Then when she left, it became this Paige best buddy thing. Like Dijonai is one of the best defenders in the league. And that's not saying that's a bad thing to have that title of Paige's best teammate, but it takes away from her legacy in a sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think what concerned me about this trade was, okay, isn't Dijonai a free agent this summer?
Yeah.
So when it comes to signing players that are going to be free agents that summer, for a player who you still had on a rookie scale, low impact, high quality contract like Diamond Miller, that's the only nervous part, because I'm actually a fan of Diamond Miller and what she can bring, scoring wise, versatility, the height, the perimeter defense, the energy, as well, kind of like Dijonai brings. So I'm a little concerned about that part of it. Dallas got a bona fide 3-and-D player on their hands. Like, and y'all know me, I don't use that term loosely. I go against people all the time with that 3-and-D term. But Dallas, and I know we're gonna get into them later, and I'll kind of like touch back on it a little later, but Diamond Miller is a 3-and-D player in the making. Like, with the right coach, and I'll get into that later too. Like, with the right coaching, she's a bona fide one of them ones in the making. So I love her mindset. I love the way. One thing I like about Dijonai and Diamond Miller that both teams won't lose is both of them have that "you not better than me" mentality on the court, where they'll trash talk, where they'll get in your face. So both teams are still going to have that aspect of energy on their teams. I think it's going to come down to, can Diamond Miller continue to be better as a player, and can Dijonai replicate what she gave Connecticut Suns on the Minnesota Lynx, and is it going to be a long-term thing? I think that trade is going to come down to that. Is Dijonai going to stay there, and can she get back to that? I thought she was the defensive player of the year last year for him. And is Diamond Miller going to continue to get better or be hindered by the situation going on in Dallas? So, I mean, that's why I kind of land with the trade. I think both teams win. I think long-term, Dallas probably wins the trade. But for right now, I think Minnesota definitely win the trade, because they get a mix of McBride and Bridget Carrington with Dijonai. Like, they get a mix of that. So when one of them isn't on the court and she's on the court, I think they don't lose any of it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I'm excited to see what she looks like.
For sure. What you got on Showtime?
Hey, the rich got richer, man. The rich got richer. Hey, two things. I love Dijonai, and I love Minnesota winning the championship this year. You got Dijonai playing the Tony Allen role coming out the bench, like Tony Allen did for the 08 Celtics. Oh, you in trouble. This team's already the best complete team. They got the best coach, and they got the MVP. You had Dijonai carrying the best perimeter defender. So you ain't mentioned that part. She's the best perimeter defender in the league. I challenge you to name a better perimeter defender than Dijonai Carrington. I'm taking Dijonai over anybody else. And again, you mentioned something about her, like the free agent thing, her contract, whatever. Well, they gave up Diamond Miller. That was a big piece. I'm also high on Diamond Miller. Diamond Miller is I don't think people understand how good Diamond Miller is, but she was hurt. Her only issue was health, because Diamond Miller can play. And explain why she didn't play against Vegas. So, because I was trying to figure out why she didn't play all along. They had this trade coming down the pipeline. Now, Dijonai, they got Dijonai because, look, they cashing in. This is all about cashing in and making sure we got everything we need to get the championship this year. And what I like about this Dijonai Carrington trade is this. You know, you can never not have enough dogs on your team and versatility. When Bridget Carrington not having a good game, Dijonai Carrington can literally change game. I've seen this many times. She can change the momentum of the game with just defense, just hustle. she's not asked to do anything else. When she was in Dallas, she was playing out of position. They had her playing a lot of three. She wasn't around a bunch of players that was veterans that's actually winning players. Like she one of them players you gotta put her on a team where you already got some dogs on the team. You already got vets, and you got to put in basically a winning culture. So I don't think it's a better culture than Minnesota. And I think Minnesota did themselves. Man, they did a good job, man. You only gave up a 2027 second round pick and just Diamond Miller, Carly Sampson out for the year. So again, this was a great move for Minnesota. And I didn't see this coming. I didn't even think this was realistic. I thought, and we'll get to that. That's all I'm saying. I don't say about that topic.
Okay. I mean, I'm definitely excited to see her play with them. What's their first game together? I know she flew to wherever they're at. Is it tomorrow?
They play Seattle tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Dijonai looks like with them tomorrow. And just see how that's cultivated. Unfortunately, Fee is out for about 2 weeks with a right ankle sprain. They've reported just a little bit ago. So we won't be able to see the full team fully healthy together. But I mean, I'm sure it's still going to be a good game. I'm really just looking forward to seeing what Nye looks like with them. So with Fee being out for the next 2 weeks, we gotta get into the next topic though. First, before I get into the next topic though, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button as well as you come in. But is the Lynx championship or bust? That's the question at hand. Are the Lynx this season championship or bust? And kind of what does that look like for them to achieve that championship if they are championship or bust? I'm gonna go back to you, Showtime.
Yeah, now to Fee being out for 2 weeks, I predicted that on yesterday's show. She had an ankle sprain. I knew she was gonna be out for 2 weeks, and they can afford that too, by the way, because they got a 5-game lead over everybody. So
yeah.
If any team you question, can they win? Can they still produce without their best players? Definitely Minnesota, because they showed that already this year. They won some games. They lost a couple. I think one game, 1 or 2 games they lost, but they found a way to win. I think they'll be fine. Look, Minnesota is. I've been saying it the whole entire time. Since episode 1, Minnesota, they should be the most hungry team in the league. They got the best all-around team with the MVP and the best coach. It's absolutely championship or bust. You don't go get Dijonai Carrington and just be satisfied with a finals appearance. You got to win that chip this year. Look, a lot of people like me feel like they got robbed in the finals. I still think they got robbed. They should be the champions. Let's just be honest. I don't care what nobody say. They got robbed. This year, I don't care who meets them in the finals. Minnesota finna smoke whoever they meet. They're going to smash them. I think you're going to see Minnesota play high-level basketball. They're going to take defense to a whole nother level. And not just because of talent, because they're hungry. I see a team that's hungry, that know they was 1 win away from being champions. 1 win. And to be honest, they were 1 call away from being champions. 1 call. But that ain't gonna change nothing this year. I believe they're gonna win the championship. I've been standing 10 toes on that the whole entire time. Everybody talking about some New York and Vegas and Seattle and Atlanta, and all that other stuff. It sounds cute, it's cool and all that, but the MVP will not be denied this year. Naphessa Collier, she gonna take these 2 weeks out. The team, I expect them to play a little above 500 basketball till MVP come back. And when MVP come back, they finna take basketball to a whole nother level. The championship is theirs. Who gonna stop?
Okay. Okay. Obviously the Lynx are championship or bust. I mean, why wouldn't they be? They literally went last year. They went literally down to the last game and almost won. So They're definitely championship or bust. You don't make a trade like this if you're not, you know what I'm saying? They did something similar last year when they got Maisha Hines-Allen, which was pointless in my opinion, but whatever. So I know that, you know, she was scouting for Emma Mieseman, to be clear. And that's why she made the statement like Emma made the wrong choice. That's actually who she wanted to sign. And I'm not saying she wouldn't have got both. I'm not saying she wouldn't have got Dijonai and Emma Mieseman. I really don't know. But I'm just saying she wants to make sure they win. You don't want it to come down to a call next year. I mean, this year. I'm sorry. You don't want it to come down to a call. You don't want to leave any room this year. If they learned anything, they need to get whatever they need to get and do whatever they need to do to get over that hump very clearly. It don't need to be no 1 point game. It don't none of that. They need to make sure the refs can't do nothing. So, you know, I feel like any move she makes from here on out, and this may not be the last one, knowing Cheryl. This may not be the last move she makes. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely championship or bust. You got that, you know, what Showtime was just saying, the fact that, you know, they're hungry. They don't want to feel like that again. In the last press conference, if I'm not mistaken, in the last press conference or post-game interview, Fee was like, this just shows me that I don't want to leave no room. You know what I'm saying? So she already from that point been hungry, been ready to, you know, make sure that doesn't happen again. And I think Cheryl is on that same, you know, same wave. So I think that's why, you know, they did what they did in getting Dijonai. Having Dijonai come off the bench for Bridget Carlton is, I mean, excuse me. And do you know who Bridget Carlton is? And then you bring Dijonai off the bench for Bridget Carlton. Like, that's assassination right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big deal. You got, I don't know how to explain it. Just talent after talent after talent. You know what I'm saying? So, and if it's the one person who you put that much talent in their hands, Cheryl Reeves is going to be the one that knows how to do it. Cheryl Reeves, who coached Maya Moore, Sylvia Fowle, Simone Augustus, Lindsay on the same team. Then you got Lindsay on the staff this year as a coach this year. I don't know if people know that. Lindsay from those championship teams is now helping Cheryl Reeves and coaching, right? So, I mean, it's so many things working in the favor of the Minnesota Lynx. Their championship or bust, and there's no room for them to lose this year. Seriously, there's no room for them to lose. So I really do hope that they make sure, you know what I'm saying, that they do win, because it's their year to take it. Like, it's just no reason not to win. Now, whether they do or don't is another question. I personally think the paint thing is still up for question, but it's one of them things where they're weak, somebody else could be strong, and where they're strong, the other team could be weak. So it could end up equaling out for them. I'm going to point out the weakness that they have. In my humble opinion, their paint is their weakness. But what their strength is could possibly be the other team's weakness. And it could just end up being a trade-off. So it's one of them things that could equal out. Just like this trade to me. To me, the trade equals out. Nobody won because it's up to the goal of what you're trying to do. So that's just how I feel about it. Fee, speedy recovery, Fee. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you out there. I'm all about competition in the W. So with her 2 weeks out, you know, I'm hoping to see Fee come back healthy and hit the ground running. So we're definitely gonna see.
I guess Jessica Sherper just some average Joe. Hey, look here, man. Cheryl Reeves got jury already.
I said what I said. Jessica Shepard don't mean nothing to me.
New York can have Emma. They can get the mama, the cousin.
I don't care about none of that. I said what I said.
Cheryl Reeves got jury, and she
Jessica
gonna add
Shepard ain't no Breonna Stewart.
Sandy does too. Sandy does too now.
JJ.
Sandy does too.
Who got more jury? Who got more
jury? I don't care about none of that.
Cheryl got more, but Sandy got 2 of them things.
Got more jury. Okay, then.
Sandy got 2 of them things. Cheryl got more though, but she got 2 of them things.
Four is better than 2. So
I know on what I
you're
said.
Right, but don't
wins what?
Don't sleep on Sandy. Don't sleep on Sandy. I'm just saying.
You talking about side? What team gonna be? What team is gonna beat Minnesota? I need you on the record right now.
Chat.
I need you on the record right now. What team gonna beat Minnesota?
Rebounds win what, chat?
What team is gonna beat Minnesota?
I got New York. I got New York. I think Atlanta could.
Okay.
And if Phoenix, if Satu can get her head on right with that situation, they could beat them.
You said who?
If Satu get her head on right,
you lost already.
They will win.
If Satu get her head on right, if I gotta look, I ain't gotta say.
Hey, look, fee out 2 weeks now, so we can go to if game.
The regular season don't end till next month.
Just saying. Hey, she got to come back on that bum ankle. Well, let's see where her head at.
Hey, then she came back on that bum back. She looked fine to me. That MVP campaign. Hey,
but look, we've seen Fee front run. We've seen her front run and choke when it counts. I'm just saying. So we done seen her front run and then choke when it counts.
Front run is so loosely, bro. How can you front run?
How is it loosely?
Figure out. How did she front run and choke in the finals?
She front run. You don't remember the Unrivaled season? She was front running. Then she choked.
I thought we were talking about WNBA. Now we going back to Unrivaled.
She choked last year in the game 5. And in the game 5, they needed her. She choked down the stretch. They needed her to step in for Elena, man. She got muscle. JJ said, I'm the second best player in the world. And she dominated.
Hold on, time out. We're going to pretend like Lana Smith ain't get hurt?
Yeah, she did.
So we're gonna pretend like.
Do you want to know why she got hurt?
We're gonna pretend like Courtney Williams.
You want to know why she got hurt?
We gonna you know what? Never mind last year. This team better than last year. See, y'all want to say.
Do you want to know why Atlanta Smith got hurt?
Never mind that. See, I knew what y'all trying to do.
Do we want
y'all trying to get me called last year? Let's focus on this year. If that team ain't what you say it is, what team gonna beat them?
I told you. I gave you my teams.
Okay.
I gave you my team.
Hey, so hold on. You talking about if Satu is right? You the same dude that said Satu was the end all be all when we were talking about the All-Star.
I didn't say she was the end all be all. I said Satu was playing like the best player, but the most impactful player on the team was Alyssa Thomas. I know what I said.
Now if Satu right. So we went from Satu was
listen, I can't help it. I got sources and people in the chat don't research or do talking behind closed doors. So I can't help that. I can't help that. I got sources. I can't help them because they still slow. They still slow.
You're right, HD. Hey, look, this is why I need you to ask your source. Who gonna beat this Minnesota Lynx?
I told you, New York could beat them, Atlanta could beat them, and Phoenix could beat them.
Caleb Thornton. No Caleb Thornton on that team anymore. So
I know.
Don't let it happen.
I know. But
not the same defensive team.
Your paint your paint still is underwhelming compared to theirs.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Okay.
Did I not just say one team's
keep that
strength
in
should
mind.
be another team's weakness? That's all. It's just a critique. It don't mean that they're gonna lose because of their paintness. It don't mean that. It just means that they're weaker in the paint against some teams who have a stronger paint. That's it. Okay. But they probably have a stronger. You get what I'm saying?
So with that being said, who is the Liberty gonna beat them? Yes or no?
Hey, we talking about
I said that you asked me who could beat them, and I gave you the teams that could beat them.
You're not gonna get me on record because you're not gonna get me to say something I'm not saying. You're trying to make me say something I'm literally not saying.
That's scared.
I never said that. All I said was Minnesota definitely has it for the taking, but they do have a weakness, in my opinion. That's all I said. Every team got a weakness.
That's probably one of their weakness. But who gonna exploit their weakness and beat them?
There's teams that can do that.
New York could, Atlanta could, and Phoenix could. They could exploit it.
Okay.
Listen. Phoenix and Atlanta and New York have a balance of wings and bigs and backcourt that could really expose the Lynx. They could.
We gonna see about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. You said Atlanta, Phoenix,
Phoenix, and New York.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, hold up. I got a wild card. If your girl don't come back, aka back leg groin face injury, They could give them problems too.
Man, you out your mind.
Hey, I'm just saying, look, they could give them problems too.
They is not the fever.
They could give them problems too.
Out your mind.
What you call it, HD?
Out your mind.
Back, leg, groin, cheek.
What that post? Hey,
Oh my God.
Chicago beat Minnesota too. What that mean? That don't mean nothing. That's regular season.
What?
They talking about Minneapolis.
Hold on. Stop. We're not gonna bring up bum talk. That's bum talk. We talking about winners right now. We're not talking about bums. Like, let's talk about like winning circles right now. Who got a chance to win? Not that. Like, what are we doing?
HD,
what are we doing?
Super chat. Let me get to the super chat. Shout out to the 6'8" Aquarius for the $4.99 super chat. With or without Caitlin, what are the Fever's chances of knocking off the Lynx? It's interesting because HD just mentioned it. Without Caitlin, they're a better team. So there's that. I want to real quick though, and make sure y'all hit the like button.
They got the same chance Chicago Sky got.
Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. So, Prince, I got a question. When we did Excuse the Takeover, we did a mid-season where we went into each team, right? Do you remember what we talked about when I said in Unrivaled, Angel showed teams how to play Fee?
Yeah, she gave him a mental blueprint on how to actually challenge her a little better. Getting her off her spot. Talented players still gonna get their points. Fee's a talented player. I mean, she's top.
Yep.
I mean, if she's outside your top 3, you don't know basketball.
Right.
I mean, wherever you want to argue her at, if she ain't in your top 3, then we can't even have a conversation. Fee is in the right. Fee's in the right system with the right amount of talent around the right team. Like Fee has a lot going for her, like a lot. Like she has a lot, and that's not to take. And again, that's not to take away from who she is as a player. It's just it's levels to it when you're looking at how a player performs according to the coach, the system, the team that they're on. Fee's in the right system with the right amount of talent, with arguably the best coach, arguably a top 3 coach in WNBA history. I mean, it'll be hard pressed to find 3 others that's better than her, that's more accomplished than Cheryl Reeves, from the Olympics to championships with Maya Moore. Them, I mean, it'll be hard pressed. The thing is, like, I watch Minnesota play, and it's not really Fee or bust. And it's weird. It's one of those weird things because you watch Minnesota and you say, okay, Fee's the best player, but that team isn't Fee or bust. They play well. They're a well organized system. Everybody know their role. Because I mean, I'll go on my dying sword with this. Yeah, Fee won Defensive Player of the Year last year, but I watched a ton of Minnesota games. I literally break down film for a living. Fee was not the best defender on that team. Like, the stats might say that because they funneled a lot of help to her, but she was not the best player on that team. And I mean, I was on Twitter and I got somebody who was arguing against me to agree with me at the end. It was like, I see your point. I was like, go show me. Yeah, Fee led the league in blocks last year, but show me 6 clips of Fee blocking somebody straight up. Like, show me 6 clips. Like, you lead the league in block shots, but you can't find 6 clips where she ISO blocked somebody. I'm talking mano a mano. They go at her. Show me 6 clips of Fee actually blocking somebody's shot, like one-on-one. Show me 6 clips of Fee actually picking somebody's pocket.
I got a whole game. It was against your girl. She locked your girl up. I saw a whole game. She locked up Angel Wilson. Guarded her ass from the gate and sat in that chair.
Which game?
Get out that disrespectful Fee. She guarded your girl.
Which
said,
game?
I want Angel Wilson. Everybody get out my way. me and you, we finna have this dance. And
which game that was?
This past game. I don't want to hear nothing about no disrespect, no feet.
So you.
Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, you know what? You know what?
She turned off volume all the way down.
Look, Joe. I'm gonna let you live today. You know what?
You ain't got no choice.
Feed team won. They blew Aces out, but again, don't let the stat sheet fool you.
Okay,
so when I rewatch that game, you'll see. Fee ain't have no impact on Asia at all. Oh my
God! So when we
if you think Fee
eyes
was the reason,
did you not see Asia?
Aces lost. Y'all know me. I'm a realist.
Like this.
That's my team. I'm gonna go to bat for them, but y'all know me. I'm a realist. Aces didn't do enough in that game for me to fight for him today. I'm being totally look. Aces did not, because I got a lot of points I can bring up, but Aces didn't do enough for me to fight. I ain't
talking about the Ace. I'm talking about Asia Wilson getting locked up by feet.
Again, she's on the Aces. Asia plays on the Aces. See, I'm one of them fanfare people. Asia's my favorite player, but I don't say Asia in the Las Vegas Aces. I say the Las Vegas Aces. Sir. Unless we having an Asia conversation, I say the Las Vegas Aces. I literally started off the conversation saying
I understand all
the
that,
Aces didn't do enough for me to fight for him today.
Sir, I said Asia Wilson got clamped up. She got Naphessa Collier sat in that chair on Asia Wilson. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She go one-on-one.
Can somebody send me the clip where Fee locked up Asia? Just one clip.
So now we
one. Send me one clip.
So you telling me?
I was gonna let you live. See, you be doing this to yourself. Look, yo, go show me the clip. I need the timestamp. I need the timestamp. I need the timestamp, and I'll literally post it myself.
Oh my God.
She defended her.
Give me the timestamp.
She defended her from the beginning of the game.
We gotta get out. Hold on, HD, because Asia shoots a jump shot and Fee is the one guarding her. What that don't mean she locked her up. Locked her up means I make her pick her dribble up, make a bad pass, or pick her pocket. That's locking up. Like when did basketball become this? So Showtime, you mean to tell me HD ain't play professional basketball a day in his life. And if I shoot over HD and I miss the shot, he locked me up. That's what we've got to with basketball. Key, is that what we've got to with basketball? Where if you miss a shot on somebody,
well, you pick that whole goalpost up by yourself.
They're a great defense. Showtime. Guess what, Showtime? We gonna use that logic. Caitlin Clark is a top 5 defender in the league. If we gonna use that logic, you just
I know you. Hey, bro, I know you did not just mention no Caitlin Clark.
If we gonna use that logic, if that's the logic, I'm just trying to figure out.
I know you did not.
I'm just trying to figure out what logic you trying to use for Fee guarding Asia.
You got it, bro. You stoop that low, you gonna mention Caitlin Clark.
But that's not stooping low. I'm giving you a factual objectivity.
Oh,
that's not stooping low.
Go ahead, man.
If we've come to the point where Asia misses a shot and Fee the one guarding her, that means she's a great defender and she's locking her up.
So she ain't forced her to take tough shots.
Show me the tough shot. Defense. See, now we getting somewhere. Show me the tough shot. Show me the tough shot Fee forced Asia to take.
All of a sudden now in 2025, somebody that forced you to take a tough shot is not good defense. You got show me the
clip. HD, can you tell this man? Show me the clip. This is what I'm talking about. HD, ask him. Show me the clip, the time mark where I can go watch it and say that's a shot that Asia normally doesn't take or make.
I need you to go. Well, this is what I need you to do, Mr. Film guy. Go back and break down that film of the whole game. She guarded her the whole game, not one possession, not two possessions.
You sure about that? You want to put your name on that? You want to put your name on that?
We covered the game.
He's just shaking his head.
Was he not guarding her most of the possession? Yes or no, HD?
Yes or no?
You want to
She
put
didn't guard her the whole
Fees account,
game,
most of
but
that-
she guarded her multiple possessions one-on-one. But she didn't guard her the whole game. No.
Come on, bro.
But she
He
guarded her
them most of the
multiple
game.
possessions. No, not most of the game, but she guarded her multiple
not guard her
possessions.
Well, you're right,
Let's
because it was
stop
a
this,
blow
man.
until she got her
Let's
ass
stop
kicked.
this.
She got her ass kicked
He
by the
said
third
till she
quarter.
got a
You're right.
butt kick. It
You're
was
right,
before
you're
that,
right. She got
before
her
they
ass
got
kicked by the
blown
third
out.
quarter. It was no game. My bad. Anyways, like I said though, I saw her guard your girl though. I saw her. No, that's not act like Fee ain't got no defense.
Hey, Showtime, I got a question. Hey, see, I was gonna let him live. I literally studied the.
So
Hey, Key, ask him what Fee's shooting percentage was when she was guarded by Asia Wilson. Watch this.
we ain't
Even
talking
the
about
fact-
HD.
See,
No,
this is
sir.
my mic
No,
drop.
sir.
Showtime.
No, sir. We not
This
talking about
is
Asia Wilson.
HD and Key.
We know
this
Asia
is my
Wilson
mic
great. I'm
drop.
talking about Fee
On
defense.
Showtime,
I'm
what was
talking
the
about Fee
percentage
defense.
for Asia
I'm
Wilson
not
when she
talking
was
about
guarded
Asia
by Fee,
defense.
and what was Fee's shooting percentage when she was guarded by Asia Wilson? See, this is my mic drop. All Showtime little minions in the chat that be, y'all keep forget.
So all of a sudden now I got
Hold
means.
on. Have I been gone that long?
Now
Do
I
y'all
got means.
Have I
So
been
hold
gone
on.
that long?
Somebody
Do
don't
y'all
agree
not
with you,
remember
that
who
ain't
the
my
hell
means.
I am? Have I
That's
been
sad.
gone? Do I need to wake y'all? Have I been gone that long? Have I been away from YouTube that long? Have I been away that long?
I think the last time you were on here was January, and now you back. Okay, it's been a while.
Gone that long? Come
I
on,
was here
man.
last week. What are we talking about?
Oh, my bad, Key. I was looking at the wrong watch. My fault.
7 days ago. 7 days
Okay,
ago.
7 days ago. Okay, I was counting before that. My fault.
Look, man. Look, man. And look, y'all, tell me I'm lying. What do I always say about Asia? At this point in Asia's career and where she is on Mount Rushmore, I don't really care about what Asia does in the regular season. I don't. I've been saying this all year.
But you mentioned something about her guarding Fee. They was doubling Fee.
You mentioned that. I didn't mention that.
No, you
mentioned
said
that.
I said Fee
I
guarding
had a
Asia.
rebuttal.
I said Fee guarding Asia. They wouldn't even guard. She wasn't even guarding Fee by herself. They were doubling Fee.
You mentioned that. I didn't mention
Was they
that.
not doubling Fee? Am I lying? Now all of a sudden, Showtime a liar now. All of a sudden,
You're not lying.
On pure film.
Hold on, what? I'm confused. What?
Okay. Like I said,
Hold on, what
like
did
I said though, I don't want to hear no Fee disrespect because Fee out here guarding
again.
everybody.
Show, go pull the
I
film.
saw a block.
I don't hate on Fee. I
plenty
just
of
said,
people
I
one-on-one.
literally just said, if Fee ain't in your
think
top
Fee's
3,
great.
wherever you feel about her, if she ain't in your top 3, we can't even have a conversation.
Yeah. So look, I think Fee's great. The reason why I asked
Number
Prince
two.
the initial question of what we talked about on Excuse the Takeover, because that Fee is literally in the running to be the MVP this year. That's without question. She's playing top-notch basketball. Nobody could take that away from her. But as a team, in my opinion, that banging in the paint is an issue. It's easy to get
Key,
off.
and y'all gotta stop lying. I got the numbers right here. In that game yesterday, don't you know AJ had a higher double team percentage than Fee in that exact game? See, this is what I mean. Key, have
In
I
the
been
Lynx
gone
game?
that long? Have I been gone that long?
You talking about the Lynx versus Aces game?
The Lynx versus the Aces. Don't you know in that? I'm looking at. Don't you know in that game, AJ had a higher double team percentage than Fee in that exact game.
Let me get this straight.
Have I been asleep? Have I been
Let me
asleep?
get this straight. Two things I'm hearing from you.
Does
Number
my
one.
shirt not say I am Zo Media? Does my
you
computer
that.
not
You
say
that.
I am Zo Media? What is going on?
Hey, Prince, two things can be true. You and I am social media and Fee locking our ass up. That's still true. Two things can be true. You is I am social media. You a big dog at the same time.
Joe, go pull up the shooting percentage. See, that's what I'm.
Hey, all I know is why AJ ain't guard. AJ wasn't guarding Fee. They were doubling. That's why Kevin McBride. You want to know why Kevin McBride cooked y'all? Because they kept doubling Fee. That's why. That's fact.
What
they kept doubling Fee. That's why Kevin McBride cooked y'all.
Showtime. If AJ had a higher double rate, what that got to do with Fee?
Oh, okay. Look here, bro. You can pull up as many numbers you can. That's cool. Anything that show both
numbers, I watched the film.
That's fine.
I pull up no numbers. We both like, hey,
unless you watched the game while it was filmed in London and I watched it while it was in the US, we watched the same game. Unless there was two different games that were played between those two teams, we watched the same game. And the numbers say that Fee did not shoot well against Asia, and Asia was double teamed at a higher percentage than Fee was. It's amazing to me. Asia is so good that people look for cracks. That's why I don't really take serious on Asia. Asia is so good. Fee can get away with lower understanding of her stats than Asia, and people will jump on the bandwagon.
Hold on, what this got to do with, bro? This don't take away from Asia. Asia best player in the league.
What's going on?
That ain't got nothing to do with. What they got to do with? We ain't questioning Asia greatness.
But
Showtime.
I didn't bring up Asia Wilson. You did.
Because I want to. Because you keep bringing up she ain't guard nobody one-on-one. I saw her guard Fee.
But you made that time out. You can't make a point and then you can't make a point and then when I give a rebuttal, say I'm hating on Fee. I'm not. Your point was inaccurate.
I'll stand on what I say. You can pull up many numbers you want.
Your point was inaccurate. I didn't say the point you did. I just had a rebuttal.
I know what I saw. Go ahead though. Go ahead, Mr. Zone. Go ahead.
The question, the initial, let me get back to the topic at hand. The initial question is the Minnesota Lynx championship or bust? I'm gonna actually go to HD on this so he can complete his answer to the question. And then go back to Zoe to see what he got to say. Go ahead, HD.
I mean, of course, they're championship or bust. Look, if they don't win a chip this year, man, hey, Fee can't walk in the room. She ain't in the room. She can't even walk by the room. She got to go on the other side of the other side of the house. She can't even walk in the room. So she got to win. And this also shows Cheryl Reeves, like Cheryl Reeves, can you win like without your big time pieces like Maya, Simone, Sylvia, Rebecca, Lindsay? It's a show that too. So again, they got to win this year. It's no more excuses. Like there's no excuses for them and that team in Indiana as well. There's no excuses. Y'all better win. Lynx better win this time. I don't want to hear they blew the whistle when they got a whistle in game 4 in the last game before that. So I'm saying, look, we gotta hold her feet to the fire. Fee need to show, like, look, I'm her, I'm the winner, I'm the best. If she don't win, I don't think they'll ever win. I don't think they'll ever win these next couple years because it's only getting tougher. And then you got more teams that'll be able to stack up after whenever the CBA is done. So hey, this is their last shot. So I don't want to hear this. Oh, New York got this call or Atlanta got. I don't want to hear that. You beat them. Go in there and beat them, and so it'll be no doubt. So that's how I feel.
I agree with you. Look, Angel and Stewart got jury, man. You gotta get some jury before we start saying you the best and all that. I think Fee is the second best player. You can't argue that though. That's facts. There should be no excuses. They got the best team. Like I said, we can talk about they could be a better rebounding team and all that. They got size though. They got versatility. Even outside of Jessica Sherber, they got what's old girl number 77? They got a big body.
Maria.
So look, I'm not leaving. Look, there is no excuses. There is no excuses. Minnesota Lynx should win a championship. This is gonna be their best chance. They don't win this year, I don't think they're ever gonna win.
That's a fact. What you got on it though?
And then what you gonna say about Fee when they don't win?
She ain't got it done.
I want it on record. I'm just asking because I want it on record.
See, unlike you, I don't make excuses. Unlike you, I'm not finna make 1,000 excuses. You don't win this year, that's out.
Hey, y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see, I just asked a simple question. All I asked was a simple question.
We're gonna hold her accountable.
What would he say? I just want it on record. That's all I did. I didn't say Fee was garbage. I didn't say Fee wasn't the MVP. I just asked him a simple question.
Hey, man,
what he gonna say when Fee chokes? That's all I just want it on record.
Look here, bro. Fee ain't my old lady, bro. I
just want it on record.
I'm not making excuses for millionaires. I'm gonna go on record and say, man, she ain't get it done.
Well,
like my boy Matt Pack say,
I just want it on record.
She ain't get it done.
So we can't come with no excuses.
So
I don't want to hear no referee
she gotta
gave them
get
a game
paid.
away. I don't want to hear none of that.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that ref crowd.
I'm trying to
I
get
want
it
to
on
hear that
record,
ref
HB.
crowd.
I'm trying to get it on record. I'm trying to get it on record.
But hold on. When you ever heard me make excuses for anybody?
You just did.
Time make excuses.
You just said last
Time
year.
out. Time out.
Got screwed by the ref.
Did Showtime just bring up last year's playoffs with the referee? Did he just? You know what?
Hold on.
I'm on a different stream right now.
I'm speaking for bro. The majority of fans saw the same thing I saw. What are you talking about?
But they gave y'all a call the last game against New York. That's why the series got extended.
Oh my God. Hey, bro. Oh my God. Hey, Kim folk.
What call they gave him the game prior to that? What call you feel like they gave them the game prior to that?
It was the story.
You talking
about the over
the last game they gave it to the Lynx to extend the game because I think it was it was a possession game.
It was a one possession game.
One possession game, and it was a foul call. Right. And then the Lynx got the ball back, and the Lynx should have got the ball back.
The Lynx should not have had that ball.
Yeah.
Sabrina literally was over the back.
No, she what? What you talking about? When? That's the you talking about when? That wasn't the call.
That wasn't the call.
That wasn't the call. I'm talking about the game before the last game. I'm talking about the end of the game.
Liberty, it shouldn't have went to a final game. It should the Liberty should have won the game before that. That's the game HD talking about. Because
that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the last game.
Got cheated in the last game. It shouldn't have been the last game.
I'm talking about the game before the last game, which was at the Minnesota Lynx. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. They gave a call. They gave a call against New York to extend the possession, and that's when the Lynx won the game. They extended it to that next game, and then the next game at the call at the end, everybody complained about. They bailed the Lynx out the last game. Everybody just focused on that call because that was the last game of the series.
Okay. Well, regardless of any of that, the teams just got to make sure that they have what they need to leave no question on who should be the champ. And that's the point of pointing out weaknesses, etc., is that the teams have to make sure that they leave no question. They don't leave it up to the refs, to Kathy Engelberg, to anybody.
Man, we're going to get some BS this year. Watch. I already know. Watch.
It's a 7-game series this year.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Y'all saying all that, but you keep saying New York and all these other teams. If Satu right, if this, if that. Why I don't need no ifs. All I know is this. Minnesota finals, whoever meet them there, lace them up tight. You can get the referee, you get anybody you want. They gonna handle business. They gonna handle their business this time. They gonna be more hungry. I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen. I've seen it too many times in sports. When you that close and you felt like you ain't get your just due with a foul call, whatever, and you reload and come back and get more talent, man, you gonna see.
You gotta show up first. Time out.
Who gonna stop? Who gonna stop from getting there? Man? Who gonna stop from getting there?
Look here, man. See, this is what I don't like. See, people think I got fee hate because they not being realistic.
Okay.
Don't y'all know Fee only led both teams in scoring in one game in that championship series, and that was 22 points. Don't y'all know Fee never led in rebounding in one game? That series, she never led in rebounding. She only led in points one time, and that was 22. What happened to Fee in game 6? What happened to Fee? Courtney Williams showed up. McBride showed up. Nobody counts. Nobody see. This is what I hate this because they be these same. Look, I be on Twitter. It be the same dudes be talking about NBA players when they don't show up in game 7s. Fee did not show up, and they got an extra game. Nobody wants to talk about that. If Fee would have showed up, they wouldn't be talking about Liberty cheating them. Fee did not. See, y'all got it though, because y'all gonna say I'm hating when I'm being realistic and keeping the same energy. That's all I do is keep the same energy. That's but it comes. Y'all want to say I'm a Fee this. I don't like Fee. No, all I do is correct y'all when y'all put Fee on this pedestal that she ain't even earned a B on yet. Can't you win the championship first?
What? Hold on, time out. What pants
Come
you
on,
got
man.
on? You got on the same pants I got on. You said she a top 3
Hey,
player, right?
look. At
What are
this
you talking
point,
about?
at this point, Fee is just like every other good basketball player. Fee has not reached great status yet. I'm sorry.
You can't just talk and just go on to the next topic. You said she only led in one or two games. That's cool. If Minnesota would have won, who would have been the Finals MVP?
Courtney Williams had a better series than Fee had.
How does she have a better series?
Y'all, the media tried to give Fee the MVP of that. Courtney Williams had a better series than she had. I'm sorry.
Watch this, Key. He talking about points and he talking about stats, right? You hear him, right? Naphessa Collier averaged 19 points, 8 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 3.4 steals, 1.8 blocks on 49% from the field, 33 from the 3, 71 from the free throw line. He just said Courtney Williams would have got it. Courtney Williams averaged 13.8 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 6 assists on 38% from the field, 25 from the 3. Who would have won MVP?
Courtney Williams had a better series than her.
No, she did not.
Fee.
Come on, Prince. Come on, my brother.
Dog, did we watch the same series?
I watched the same series you.
Showtime. This is how you know I'm right. He got people in the chat that call me Fee haters.
Man,
that's agreeing with me.
People in the chat, bro. Let's
they call me Fee hater, and they're agreeing with me.
Hold on. You said she ain't show up in the closing game.
Fee was there. I don't know. Fee was there. She was
there. Key,
she was there offensively and she was there defensively.
Key, watch this, Key. In the closing game, Fee had 22 points. 22 points, led by 23. Courtney Williams had 4 points, 2 out of 14.
She was out of gas. She was out of gas. I watched that series, so I mean, I think Fee was the best player on their team. Unfortunately,
4 points. How you gonna win the Finals MVP with 4 points, man?
Because all that early part of the series, she was hitting them big shots. She ran out of gas.
Oh man,
she ran out of gas.
She did, bro. Look, she was balling, dog. Look, Courtney ran out of gas.
She ran out of gas. I mean,
she did. She ran
everywhere. Courtney was guarding everybody. Courtney was guarding Sabrina. Courtney was guarding Dijonai. Courtney was on the Courtney was look. Courtney was go back. I need y'all to anybody who watching this stream, go back and watch every game. Courtney was everywhere. Everywhere.
He was great. Nobody taking away from that. McBride was great too. But I don't think that Courtney had a better series than Fee.
Hey, Key, watch this. Key, watch this. By your logic, Kyrie Irving should have won Finals MVP over LeBron James.
I would give it to him too.
I would have gave it to him too. Yeah, I agree. Dog, Kyrie was balling them last 3 games. Kyrie went nuts, dog. He went nuts in that series.
I'm glad I got that on record, Mr. Okay. I'm glad I got that on record. We can move on. Like I said, you ain't gonna take nothing away from the fact that Fee had the better all-around finals than Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams was inefficient. You talking about moments. I'm talking about series. Who cares?
But that goes against your point. LeBron had better statistics than Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving had the moment. Courtney Williams had the moment.
By your logic, I just said by your logic, sir.
By my logic, Courtney Williams should have won MVP because I would have gave it to Kyrie.
I had no problem with LeBron getting Finals MVP. He had the better all-around series.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if they don't have those moments or impacts, they don't even get to the end of the series. I'm just being real. Like Courtney was balling that whole playoffs and in that series. She ran out of gas. And Kayla McBride, too, to Key's point, Kayla McBride was guarding the best players on the other side, and she was coming up big in the fourth quarters. If you didn't have their moments, they wouldn't even got to game 5.
So, HD, let me ask you a question. HD. Ask you a question. If Naphessa Collier don't score 21 points, say she had 4 points like Courtney Williams had in the closing game. If he had 4 points, will we be talking about that Courtney Williams moment in the fourth quarter?
He was the MVP show. It's fine.
See, they're gonna give Fee the MVP. I'm just saying.
That's not what I asked you, HD. I ain't asked you, HD.
I'm saying no.
Y'all are looking at it one way. If Naphessa Collier got 4 points in the Listen, if Naphessa Collier had 4 points in that game 1, do you think Courtney Williams have an opportunity to have that moment? Yes or no?
Somebody else would have picked up the slack. I don't.
But
They're a system team, bro. Like it's different from your regular teams. Like other teams, your best player, they usually ball out. But this team, they can afford for Fee to have a bad shooting performance because they're not built around Fee. They're built for all 5 to be in coexistence with one another. They just are.
But hold on, time out. Yeah, the games that Fee didn't shoot the ball well, nobody stepped up and they got the win though. I wonder why, bro.
Because Lainey Hamilton went nuts and Kayla Thornton went nuts.
Okay, but hold on.
And then Phoebus went nuts. So like we didn't expect the other supporting cast to step up. Because really, I'm gonna be honest with you, Minnesota should have won this series like 3-1. Or so they should have won it. It's just that New York supporting cast was balling out. They were going in, and then JJ decided to say, "Oh, I'm 6'6", and then they won the series.
Okay, so again, why did nobody else show up in the games the Fee didn't play with?
Well, because I just told you, Lainey Hamilton went nuts.
Game 2 and they still lost.
Yeah, so Lainey Hamilton went nuts. Phoebus balled out, and so did Kayla Thornton. And then JJ decided to play 6'6" instead of playing 5'6".
Because time out, we're not about to do this though, show. Because Fee did not show up in game 1. Courtney was their leading scorer and gave them 8 assists. And guess who won that game? Minnesota won. So what was Fee when they needed her? Courtney showed up in game 1.
Okay, if Fee would have had 4 points, like Courtney Williams had 4 points in the closing game, they would never have.
She had showtime.
No, what's going on?
No, I'm saying on a normal circumstance, if this is a regular team, no, they would not have been around. But with this team, Cheryl Reeves doesn't bank on Fee. She doesn't. Like, she knows Fee is great, but it's a system. It's not a one player go off. Because look, she did this with Maya Moore and them. Maya Moore wouldn't go off some games. It would be Simone Augustus, or it would be Sylvia, or it would be Rebecca. It's a your turn tonight, your turn system. That's just what it is. I'm not saying that if Fee score 4 on any other team, they lose. But this team, they still have a chance because that's just how they're built.
Because game 4, McBride showed up. What was Fee? And they won that game. McBride is the reason they went to. McBride is the reason they won game 5. Y'all gotta clear it out. The reason they won game 1. McBride is the reason they won game 5. Can you remind the audience how many games did Minnesota win in that series?
Bro, I don't know what's
I guess Fee Naphessa Collier was just another player. I guess.
No, she's not another player. I'm saying on the team. You're twisting what I'm saying.
Hold on.
They're not built around Fee balling out. They're not. That's not their team. They play a team game. They don't just depend on Fee. They don't.
Nobody would have won Finals MVP. I don't know what Naphessa.
No, she would have won Finals. No, she would have won it because she would have won it because she had the best numbers. She would have won it because everybody go by numbers. They don't go by moments or impact. They go by numbers. So she would have won it.
What was the series record, Key? What was the series record, Key?
Naphessa Collier was extremely impactful in that series.
What was the
not
series
as much as Quarter McBride.
What is
and then when Elena messed her back up,
where I get confused. Hold on, no. Let me talk. This is where I get, and this is me.
No. What was the series record?
Let me talk. I have continuously said Minnesota Lynx, their weakness is in the paint. So 2 things could be true. Their weakness is in the paint. If you get Fee off of her spots, there's an issue. However, Naphessa Collier is still an extremely impactful player. To act like she wouldn't have been the Finals MVP and she wasn't one of the most impactful, if not the most impactful Minnesota Lynx player on that court is low-key insane to me.
Key,
it's insane to me.
She's a great player, but she didn't have the biggest moments though.
They forget all about the big
crazy to me. I don't understand. I'm literally telling you that.
They forget all about that.
Understand what be going on sometimes. 2 things could be true.
Watch this, y'all. Y'all want to see a dead body? Watch this.
You ain't gonna see
Ain't
nothing
no dead
dead.
body, bro.
Dead
Where
ain't nothing finna be
does
dead.
Naphessa
Alive
go
and
at,
in
Keith?
effect. Alive and in effect. Ain't nothing finna be dead.
Where Naphessa Collier guards at? Where's her defense? Where's her defense areas at on the court?
Let me tell you, Naphessa Collier and Breonna Stewart, in my opinion, defensively, were two of the most.
You get like
during
the Cleveland
that
Browns
series.
coach, we asking about your door. You
During
bring
that
up other people.
series.
I'm asking you about
During
where
that
the feet
series.
guard.
During that series, Naphessa Collier and Breonna Stewart were two of the most defensively impactful players during that series. Seriously, what are we talking about?
He gonna pretend. Hey, Key, we gonna pretend like Breonna Stewart ain't shoot 6 for 21, and Fee ain't had nothing to do with
Somebody
that.
answered the questions. Nobody.
Yeah, but I never said
man.
Stewie wasn't the reason why New York won, because the supporting cast in JJ decided to play 6-6.
Obviously, but to say Naphessa Collier was not impactful is insane. And was
she
not
was
the
okay. She was
Minnesota Lynx win. Naphessa Collier
she wins it off of her statistics. She wins it off of her statistics. The supporting cast for Minnesota took them to the next level. They're not built around one player. They're not.
Neither is the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty isn't built around one player. No team.
The New York Liberty goes as JJ goes. We said that from the beginning of last year. So if when JJ wasn't impactful in the paint, getting rebounds or scoring, they were losing them games. They were.
All right, bro.
They were.
Great.
Okay.
Y'all
so
saying
it was all
great,
JJ,
but Steve didn't answer the question.
It was all
answering
JJ.
my questions, man.
It was all JJ, huh? Okay.
I didn't say it was all JJ. I said when Lainey Hamilton, Kayla, and them stepped up in Phoebage, and JJ decided to say, I'm 6'6" finally, because she was playing 5'6", they won.
So
Bro,
what,
it's a whole team.
So what was Jacquel Jones in that Vegas finals? Did you watch the final like I did? She ain't.
Yeah, Asia Wilson took her to school. Asia took her to the backyard and beat her.
All that then? Because come on, bro.
You know what happened? Yeah, but that's Asia Wilson we're talking about. That's the GOAT.
They lost because of
I've never seen no shit like this.
because of supporting cast, because Stewart didn't show up and Sab ain't show up. Just like
they didn't show up last year. They didn't show up last year.
Stewie ain't Stewie. Sabrina
Stewie ain't been the same.
Kayla Thornton.
Stewie. I don't care about that. Stewie ain't been the same.
The team
Stewie ain't been the same since the storm. Let's be for real. Stewie ain't been the same since that last championship run with the storm. She ain't been the same.
One person back or built off of one.
I didn't say it's one person. You asked a question, I answered it. Naphessa, he asked me this. If she scored 4 points, would they still have a chance? I said yes, because Minnesota's not built around just Naphessa.
Neither is New York.
What are we talking about?
Neither is New York.
Liberty. What?
New York is built mainly with JJ. JJ is the piece that make them go. That's what it does. She does.
Count.
They didn't cap. That's the fact.
Bro,
we literally just mentioned. I literally just asked
you take JJ off the team, then what's gonna happen? You take JJ off the team, what'll happen?
Because of Kayla Thornton. You said because of Burks.
Yeah, they stepped up, and then I said JJ decided to play 6'6" and dominate the series. That's when they won. I just said that JJ dominated the series. She decided to play 6'6" instead of 5'6".
A team, hey Key, make it make sense, Key. A team with two All-Star last year. Going up against a team with doggone 4 Olympic gold medalists.
What 4 Olympic gold medalists? What do you mean?
3 Olympic gold medalists.
I want to point out.
What 3? You only had 2 gold medalists, and then you had 1 on the other team. Like, what are we talking about? New York had 2.
So JJ ain't no Olympic gold medalist?
JJ wasn't on the Olympic team last Olympics. What are we talking about?
Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, she should be. Yeah. We're not talking about back in the day. We're talking about last year.
Basketball is a team sport. The last time I checked,
I never said it
last time I
wasn't.
checked. You
I never said it.
what your argument was. The Minnesota Lynx is not built around feet, and I'm saying the New York Liberty is not built around one player either. So I don't understand the point of that argument.
The New York team is more built on if JJ comes to play. With the Minnesota Lynx, they're playing like they did when they had Maya Moore. It's not just one player. If Maya Moore came out and scored 4 or Naphessa scored 4, they still would be fine. They would, because they don't play one superstars all around them. So what are we talking about?
No, they would not.
All right.
I don't understand. Now I see it's crazy.
Hey, Key,
no, they would not.
Key, watch this.
They would.
If I take Fee and JJ off on both of them teams, who had a better team?
Minnesota would be better.
Stop, bro. Key, you see
because they work. They work together.
Cool.
They work with each other better than New York would, and plus they have better defense on Minnesota.
Let me tell y'all something. If you missed it, and please go, like Prince said, go back and watch the series. Stewie on defense, Bazooda on offense, but Stewie on defense in them finals, bro. JJ
did good.
Won the MVP, but Stewie on defense, bro, stop it. Like,
yeah, she did good. I never said she wasn't. I never said about her defense. You were talking about offense. That's what y'all were talking about. Y'all didn't talk about defense.
I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I really
y'all the only ones. That's y'all. I know I'm talking.
They don't answer no questions around here.
They don't, bro. Like they just missing all the points. They just choppy. Yeah, they don't. They don't.
Y'all making stuff up.
No, we not. I'm not making nothing up. No, we not. Y'all just don't listen. That's fine. Y'all just don't listen. That's fine.
Any different?
Y'all just don't listen. It's fine. We can move on. Y'all just don't listen. We can move on.
New York Liberty is any different.
Y'all don't listen, so we can move on.
I thought JJ was part of that previous.
Bro,
I could be wrong.
Great.
I could be wrong. Once she part
y'all
of
listening bad. Y'all got to go get it checked.
My comprehension is great.
Wasn't
I didn't say comprehension. I said listening.
That has to do with listening. You comprehend what's said.
No, when you listen, then you comprehend with your mind. That's what you do.
No,
go
I
ahead.
listened and I comprehended what you said and I responded to it.
Right. Sure.
Great. I listen.
Y'all don't listen. We good.
I listen. Great.
Answer the questions, man. Key just said Minnesota lacks defense in the interior, but still want to praise Fee for being this great defensive player. How does the defensive?
I did not say they lack defense. This is you taking words out of my mouth. I never said they lack defense. Did I say that? Did I say they lack defense? That's not what I said.
He put words in your mouth.
Did he not put words in my mouth?
Yeah,
When I pointed out the weakness, was it on the defensive end? No, I did not point out Minnesota's weakness on the defensive end. That's not what I said.
Confusing.
That's all he's been doing the whole time.
That's not just what I said. That's not just what I said. That's just nasty.
That's nasty.
That's not what I said.
Look, Courtney Williams on both ends of the floor was their best player in that finals. You bring up interior defense when you got the MVP on defense.
That's your opinion.
How do you still
That's your opinion, bro.
Can you ask the panel?
That's your opinion.
How do you still suck in the interior and you got the defensive player of the year when they got the defensive player of the year of rim protection? How that don't make no sense?
They not listening to me, man.
Who did Courtney Williams shut down? Who she played good defense on?
Don't you
play good defense against Sav? She played good defense against Sav. She's one of the reasons why Sav was missing. They switched off. Her and Kayla switched off.
Come on,
see,
they did.
People actually don't want to talk about HD. Don't y'all know Sabrina Inescu's primary defender started off as Bridget Carrington. In Game 5, they switched it to Courtney, who guarded her for 83% of the game. And Sabrina Inescu went on to shoot her lowest shooting percentage in that series, guarded by Courtney Williams over the next 2 games. See, nobody want to talk about that though. Nobody want to talk about that though. Nobody want to talk about that though. Nobody want to talk about that.
Hold on, who was going to Stewie?
Nobody want to talk about that though.
So he ain't answer my question though. Okay.
But y'all
I
ain't
know I'm
you
right,
ain't
T.
answering
Carmelo.
his.
They got amnesia from watching that game. Am I
But y'all
confused
didn't
about what I saw? Am I confused?
answer his.
Am I
Y'all didn't even answer
confused
his
about what I
question.
saw?
So okay.
It's fun. It's just funny to me, boy. I swear. Hey, it's funny to me. Dude would say she guarded Sam, right? But Stewie shot 32% from the field, and he want to talk about Sam percentages. Who was guarding Stewie? It wasn't no Courtney Williams. Most of that was
But I never
Fee.
did. But I never dissed Fee's
But you
defense. I
talking
never
about
dissed the
defense.
defense.
She
You
guarded
asked me about
Isaiah
the
32%.
points. So are you asking me another question? Was her defense
I ain't
good?
asked you no
Yes. I
question,
never
sir.
said it
I ain't
wasn't.
answered
You
no
asked
question.
me about
If I had
points.
a
You
question,
didn't
I'm
mention
asking
nothing
you a
about
question.
defense.
I didn't ask you a
Prince.
question.
Hey,
I ain't
hey,
asked you a
Prince.
question.
Didn't you ask me points or defense?
I'm talking about
Which one you
Miss.
asked me? Points or
I ain't
defense?
first of all, sir, I ain't asked you no question.
See,
I'm talking about this
look
fool
at it,
right
Prince.
here.
Look.
I ain't asked you a question. I'm talking about this fool right here. He keeps talking about what's somebody percentages, but Stewie shot 32% from the field. Now, Key, who guarded Stewie? Who's guarded Stewie more for that
Nah,
series?
he flipping it.
Okay, then. We can move on.
That,
We can move on.
that boy flipped it, boy. He flipped it.
We can move on.
Can you pull up these super chats though? The 6'8"
Oh, yeah.
Aquarius. Appreciate you for the 199 super chat. 6'8" Aquarius. Should a dream coach be the coach of the year? If they stay at number 3, hell yeah.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah.
If they stay at number 3, it's another one after that. I think
Yeah, we
like
got
2
more super chat. Yeah. Let me see what I
make
can
sure
find.
you hit the like button. Styles Black HD. Lynx should still dominate while Fee is out there.
I said that on my other show. That remember they asked me the question on the panel on the other show. I said I think the only team they'll struggle against is Liberty probably during this stretch. I said they'll still be good at 1 or 2. So what are we talking about, Black? Shout out to you though, Black, for supporting the page.
Hey, Key. It's a couple super chat. I can't find, but I got them right here. One of them say Style Black. Did you read it? He said show. He said don't let them off the hook. Show. Did you read that one?
No, I ain't read that one. Thank you for the super chat, Styles Black.
And I got here go more. The 6'8" Aquarian. He said Courtney had better moments. Fee was better all around. And Style Black. Okay, we just read that one, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We good.
Yeah. All right, appreciate that. Y'all appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like button. Real quick. When it comes to Underdog,
make sure you go over to Underdog Fantasy, sign up on the app, or go online to Underdog. It's a sports site. Pick your favorite players for their points per game, assists per game, or rebounds per game to start. Just courtesy of Star Hoop Central. Use our promo code Star Hoop Central, and we'll match on us whatever deposit. The lowest deposit you can make is $10. So we'll match $10 up to $1,000 in bonus funds for you to play on your favorite players. NFL is coming back up in a month. WNBA playoffs is coming. Again, make sure you use promo code STARS Hoop Central and get your first deposit match up to $1,000 in bonus funds, courtesy of the Star Hoops panel.
appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. Make sure you go over to Underdog and check that out and use the STARS Hoop Central code. And make sure you hit the
Styles
like.
Black, I'm gonna stop hating. Go ahead on and sign up. But once you sign up, I'm back on my train, baby. Miss Peach, you've been watching me for a year. Haven't you learned yet? I'm never wrong. I'm just incorrect. I'm never wrong. I'm just incorrect. Look, if you and your tussies about me feeling like I'm always right and that stop you from going cook that man a meal when you get off of the YouTube, don't blame that on me. I'm never wrong. I'm just incorrect sometimes, but I'll be back. Y'all is foolish. If y'all think I'm wrong, y'all are crazy. I'm me.
Come on, man. Leave me Peach alone, man.
He done cooked the.
Look, if I've been gone that long, see, I gotta get back. I'm gonna get back in the swing of things.
Hey, Miss Peach, don't worry about Miss Peach. He gonna eat crow. He gonna be eating crow by October. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Miss Miss Peach.
Hey, appreciate you coming through, Miss Peach. But look, without further ado, let's get into the next topic at hand. I know y'all probably like damn, it's another topic. Yup, it's another topic. Stick around, hit the like button. What has been the best Fever unit? We got to talk about, what the Fever is looking like, what's going on with them over there. I think they number 4 or 5 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they're 5.
5. The number 5
win against Seattle. We got to talk about, what has been the Fever's best unit. You just had a couple movements. You got Dewana Bonner leaving. You got Ari McDonald coming in. And what I like to call, I did a video on my page doing a bailout job for the Indiana Fever organization. So I'm gonna go to you first, though. What's the best Fever unit to you?
I've been watching the Fever, right? Like over the last month. I mean, the ball looks more fluent. And me and Showtime was talking offline. Don't y'all know I went pull up some statistics? I'm about to trip y'all out. Don't y'all know? Without Caitlin Clark, they're number 2 in the fewest ISO possessions. Don't y'all know that? With Caitlin Clark, don't y'all know they're top 3 in ISO possessions? They're actually number 2. For all this assisting that goes on from the point guard, from y'all point guard, they do a lot of ISO balling. When I was looking at that stat, I was like, what? Don't y'all know? I'm about to shock y'all. Don't y'all know the Fever average more shot attempts per game in the last month than they've done the last year and a half? I'm about to shock y'all again. Wow. I'll be doggone it. Don't y'all know the Fever are number 2 in assists per game as a team without our favorite player? That's what I be talking about. So you mean to tell me we move the ball better, average more assists? We almost lead the league and the minimal ISO possessions without our starting point? Something off here, man. And don't y'all know? The Fever are comfortably above 500. Can somebody tell me what the Fever ended last season? HD, what was the Fever like under 500? What was the percentage?
They was 20-20.
They were average. They were at 500.
I'll be doggone. Something ain't right here, man.
Hey,
not the ticket getter. Something ain't right here, man. Without the ticket getter, y'all mean to tell me without the ticket getter? Hold on, man. So we top 3 in assists per game without the ticket getter. We're number 2 in fewest ISO possessions without the ticket getter. You mean to tell me without the ticket getter we got an above 500 record without the ticket?
Hey,
Kelsey Mitchell out here looking like an MVP.
But
That's another thing. Look, what? Time out. I seen a stat earlier that shocked me. And y'all know I ain't no fan of her either. But why is the biggest cheerleader on the Indiana Fever averaging more points per game without her best friend? Something off here to me. Y'all know, hey, I've been gone. Y'all know when I get in my bag, I get in my bag. Ain't too many can talk with me when I get in my bag. Because I'm trying to figure out what unit is best for the team. And I'm going to be honest. Over the last 2 years, this is the best unit. The numbers say it. The eye test say it. The record says it. The statistics say it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, because something off, but at the end of the day, something right. So some conversations are becoming redundant, but something looking right. And I'm trying to you can't have one without the other. Either you a Fever fan and you want the Fever to win, or you just somebody who wants your player to look good. You can't be both. See, I don't just want Asia Wilson to look good. I want the Aces to win.
Right.
You can't have one without the other. It's a team sport. Did AB make an all WNBA team last year?
Hell yeah. Think she made it. Didn't she make a second one? Once she on the second and first team?
Did she? I don't think she did.
Let me check real quick.
I thought she did. Thought she made second team at least.
I'll check for it real quick.
Now, Kelsey, I know Kelsey Mitchell didn't. Now,
No,
this is what I don't want
she got robbed.
She didn't.
No, she didn't.
I thought she didn't because that was going into my point. Now, I got AB and Kelsey Mitchell making all WNBA. And
hell yeah.
Look, at the end of this season, I swear to God, I will pay for a plane ticket to wherever you at. Come in your studio and slap the shit out of you. Look, man, I'm sorry for cursing, y'all. So forgive me, underdog. I just had to get that out. Look, man, look. There's no way this unit doesn't deserve credit. See, this is what I don't want us to do at the end of the season. Forget how great this unit was. We can't do that. Look, if they so-called best player comes back and they go to the playoffs, so be it. But we can't push this unit aside for what they've done over this last arguably 2 months. We can't. And again, nobody deserves credit for AB and Kelsey Mitchell making the all WNBA team. Y'all do it this summer. I'm gonna buy that plane ticket again. If I gotta come there twice, it is what it is. I'm gonna buy that plane ticket again, and I'm gonna pull up in your studio, and you know what I'm gonna do? Look, this unit. This is a fun unit, y'all. I'm watching them, and they don't care about the stats. They're just out there playing basketball. They don't. This is one of the best units in the league right now. Arguably, the stats say it, the record says it. This is arguably a top 3 unit in the league right now. Again, some of them other teams ahead of them, again, they've passed Seattle up. And Seattle had a comfortable lead over them. They push them further out from the Aces. They catching up to the Liberty, and nobody talking about that either. This unit, I'm going to go on the limb and say, if this would have been the unit to start the season for the Fever, they would probably be the number 2 seed right now. That's what nobody really wants to talk about. That's how good this unit is playing. This is the best unit that Indiana Fever has had in the last 2 years. This is the best unit. And you can't argue against it. This is the best unit. And I'll rest my case.
Okay. Great points made. What you got on that, HD?
Man, look, I said from the beginning that this team was not going to work, and I was right. I told everybody that, and everybody got mad in the chat. Listen, Ari McDonald is playing some of the best point guard I've seen in a long time. She's playing. I told everybody that she's the best point guard on the team way before ESPN got it, way before all these panels got it. I think they lost 2 games in a row, but from those 2 games, Ari was already better than Caitlin Clark because Kelsey Mitchell is finally able to do her thing, which is get the ball on the wing, play off the ball, then go into her one-on-one when it's time. Aliyah Boston and Natasha Howard have been controlling the paint, and they've been doing a hell of a job, especially the Flash. If y'all don't know, Flash was Natasha Howard's nickname. She's finally getting the due that she deserves. She balled out in the Commissioner Cup. And then, look, Sophie Cunningham, she was trash when she was with Caitlin. Ari and them got her playing like an improved player. It's like, what are we doing? So Lexi Hole has been doing a great job guarding the point of attack as well as guarding off the ball. And I like Timpson off the bench. Timpson has been showing depth at the post position. She's been doing a good job hustling. She's been playing better than I thought she would. And then you also have Sid Colson coming in. She's not big time, but she's controlling the ball whenever they get tired and then they come back in the game. Defensively is the reason why I thought this team could give Minnesota, New York, and all these teams problems, because you have no individual weakness. You can't just take somebody one-on-one because they can guard their one-on-one. Kelsey Mitchell in the game against the Aces took the challenge to go against the point guard, to go against Jewel Lloyd, and go against J.O., and she did a hell of a job, and nobody's talking about it. She should be in the top 3 in MVP along with AB. I don't care what anybody's saying. They took Seattle out of their comfort zone last night. Seattle made a run. They had a chance to lose that game. Indiana buckled down on the defensive end, and they pulled the game out. So we got to stop with the BS. This is the best unit that I've seen from Indiana probably since Tamika left. Seriously, since Tamika left, this has been the best unit. You got arguably, I would say, probably the best 2-guard or best scoring guard in the league in Kelsey. You got one of the best PGs in Ari McDonald this year. You got Lexi Hole, who must have got an unrivaled boost, because ever since Unrivaled, she's been balling from start to now. And then you got Natasha.
I wanted to ask you, because I know you be on the Stephanie White thing. Quick question. Do you think, because everybody was on Stephanie White coaching the beginning of the season because they wasn't playing that well. Do you think Stephanie White, because she's been coaching great with this unit, do you think when their best player comes back, is the offense going to go back catered to her? Or do you think Stephanie White going to stick to, because that's the, look, Stephanie White's coaching versus when she's not there and when she is, should be a telltale sign for the audience. The offense look different.
If that, listen, to counterpoint your great point, my brother, I would tell Caitlin Clark to sit your ass down, excuse my French, and come back next year. Look, I'm not bringing her back because, look, I sit back and I think, could she be a 6 woman? No, because she has too much of an ego. Can she come off the bench? No, she got too much of an ego. Can she do other things on the offense? No, she's not that fluent moving off the ball. I would literally let her sit out. If Indiana, and I'm talking to Indiana fans, not talking to that fan, talking to Indiana fans, me and you talking. If you want to win a championship, I am not bringing Caitlin Clark back. I'm sitting her down. I'm putting her on ice. I'm telling her to go kick all the soccer balls she want, all the cheek, quad, groin, leg injuries she got, whatever injury it is tomorrow, just stick to that and just go from there. I really don't see that, because this isn't like a Skylar Diggins or anybody, because Skylar could play off the ball. Other players know how to adjust. They'll come off the bench before they're inserted into the lineup. So, again, this is the best lineup I've seen since Tamika Catchings left. And I believe if they want to win the championship, I'm asking CC, look, we understand. Do your little thing. We'll pan the camera to you whenever something go good. Just sit on the sideline if this team want to win. This team is a threat to Minnesota, New York, and Atlanta if she does not play. If she plays, this team won't make it to the second round because she's going to mess up the whole chemistry and the ball movement. This is the best ball movement I've seen from Indiana, like in a long time. Like they have one of the best, like, perimeter and post defenses I've seen in a while. And AB is, look, I'm about to start putting her as the best post in the game, bro. I'm sorry. Look, AB's been balling and nobody is really talking about it. What she did to Phoenix, what she did to Ezzy and them last night, what she's been doing against all the post players, even Atlanta when she played them. Look, man, I mean, I'll go from there, but look, this is the best lineup, and AB is starting to creep up as that best post in the league. She's been balling. She needs to get more credit, along with Natasha Howard, too.
What you got on this Showtime?
Man, I thought both of them made some great points. And to Stephanie, and I'm gonna say about Stephanie White. Stephanie White definitely deserves more credit. Stephanie White is showing you her impact. Without Caitlin Clark, this team is the best team record-wise since 2015. Guess who was the coach of that team? Stephanie White. Guess who else was on that team? Natasha Howard. Having Ari McDonald in the starting lineup, I don't think people realize how much it balances out the starting lineup. Ari McDonald's being a press. On top of that, her ability to play out the ball, space out the floor. And another thing too, she acknowledges that Kelsey Mitchell, you are the bucket getter. Yeah. I'm gonna do the dirty work. I'm gonna make sure you get the ball. Everybody acknowledges. It's like when you don't have Caitlin Clark, everybody knows that Kelsey Mitchell is the bucket getter. We got to make sure we give it to her. Every time they need a bucket, who they go to? Kelsey Mitchell. Like clockwork. You saw the last possession? Man, she foot speed. I don't know why they ain't fouled. She just took off.
I'd have fouled the hell out of her. I'd have said
every time they need a bucket, Kelsey Mitchell comes through. I absolutely agree with y'all. I think Leah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell should be all W performers. I can't think of nobody else, no other duo that's impacting their team better than those two. They've been leading this team. And Stephanie White got this team playing elite defense. This team looks elite with Ari McDonald in the start lineup. Here's the problem, though. I talked about this yesterday. The problem is this. Having Caitlin Clark, you playing two totally different styles. It's the Caitlin Clark system. See, the Caitlin Clark system doesn't really help them because Kelsey Mitchell going possessions without touching the ball. Me and Prince sat there and watched that whole game, like possession by possession. We were studying. I was like, bro, she went like 3-4 possessions not touching the ball. And then another thing, when she was off the ball, where she was, Prince, she was standing right there on the wing. She was standing right there on the wing, and any basketball player knows this. When you got a player like that just standing around the wing, freezing out to play, they showing they don't want to play with certain players. And that was kind of weird because when she came back, Ari McDonald all of a sudden, and I'm like, it seemed like she don't like playing with Ari McDonald. No, maybe I'm overthinking it. But next thing I know, she was out. Ari McDonald's out of the rotation.
Yep.
I went on Twitter. I said, hold on. Ari McDonald playing good this whole entire time y'all added on to the team, and y'all took out the rotation? So you telling me Caitlin Clark can't play with Ari McDonald?
Nope, she can't. She can't play with none of them. Like, she got to dominate the ball. She can only dominate the ball. If you can't do, y'all notice, if you can't do more, you're going to be a hindrance. That's why I'm saying Stephanie White in the organization need to say, look, just sit out and just let it play out. This team is way more dangerous with her off the floor. Like, literally, they're scary. Right. They're scary good.
AD, remember we talked about, see, a lot of people got mad at us when we said this.
Yep.
We said Caitlin Clark can't play off the ball.
Yep.
She had a chance to show you. And you know what's crazy? Everybody was saying, oh, she can play off the ball. But when Stephanie White tried to have her play off the ball, guess what they were saying? Oh, she treating her like a role player.
Yep.
You know why? Because she can't play off the ball. She's standing in one spot. That's just not her game. She's used to playing that style, that ball dominant style. And I'm always blame Lisa Bluter for that because she didn't expand on her game. She didn't really help her develop. She basically allowed her to go out there and play that bad style because it worked in college in the Big Ten. But again, you have to expand your game. I'm not seeing her expand her game going into year 2. This team is playing the best basketball it has played since 2015. That's facts. Last year, 500 team. Years before that, the year before that was what, 13-27. The year before that, they only won 6 games, 7 games here because they didn't have a team around Kelsey Mitchell. this team finally has a team with balance with this starting lineup. My biggest concern is this. Will Caitlin Clark come back and adjust to them and not them having to adjust to her? Because they have to adjust to her and everything got to go through her. They're going to have a short season. This was
Hey, Showtime. Do you think this is gonna be her biggest test of her career?
Absolutely. No question about it. I was just finna say this.
Yep.
I'm glad you said it. We will find out how great Caitlin Clark really is. Because now your team playing, everybody keeps saying she can play off the ball. She can do other things. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. This is going to be her biggest test. Right here. Because look, I don't care what nobody say. You cannot knock how they playing. Kelsey Mitchell, if you Caitlin Clark, you need to, when you come back, I'm telling Kelsey Mitchell, don't stop doing what you're doing. In the fourth quarter, I'm gonna be looking for you. She's gonna have to find a way. She's going to find a way to adjust to them. And the problem is we have yet to see that. Because I saw when she came back, didn't really look all that good. People gonna look at the numbers. They're gonna say, well, she had this amount of assists, that amount of assists. But again, the team wasn't clicking, it wasn't consistent. They was really winning games off talent, like Kelsey Mitchell hitting big shot here and there. You remember those close games they had? They lost a couple close games. You remember the close game against the Sparks? They could have won that, right? I don't think Caitlin Clark played that game. I can't remember. But it was a game against I know they got blew up by the Valkyrie. What was the other game, HD? It was that game Caitlin Clark played. And I'm like, Caitlin Clark in the fourth quarters, when the game slowed down, pay attention to how she just don't know how to, it seemed like she don't know how to run a half-court offense. In the fourth quarter, when the game slows down, I'm watching her.
It was the aces. It was the aces.
The aces. Yeah.
It was the aces
game.
Yeah.
She don't know how to run a half-court offense when the game slowed down.
And they could have won. They could have came back and won that game. Yeah. She messed it all up. Like she was turning the ball over like possession after possession. It's like she was crumbling right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, and that Connecticut game too. You remember that game they just won? The game she had supposedly got hurt.
Oh, right. Yep.
Look at that game. She played horrible.
In the Seattle game, they won that game, but she played bad in that game, and then she fell, and they said she got a groin injury after that. So
she's struggling to adjust to this new style. She can't really see. And I'm telling you, if she wants to really go to a next level, she's gonna have to show that look, I can play outside of the Caitlin Clark system. That style. This is not our. You got somebody that can score the ball better than you. Every single pass you make, you shouldn't be trying to get assists. It's not about making a pass to get assists. That's not always about that. What Caitlin Clark needs to do is she really need to utilize pushing that ball in transition. I want Caitlin Clark with the ball in her hands in transition more than anything. Yeah, she had a ball half court, set up and all that, but I'm talking about Caitlin Clark's strengths is in transition. She's the best transition player on that team. But when it comes to the half court, I'm going to Aliyah Boss and I'm finding Kelsey Mitchell. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, all great points. All great points. I think everybody kind of thinks the same thing. This is the best Fever unit. They play better without her. I already talked about it. It's just about how do you integrate her back into this system without taking away from what's already going right for you. Stephanie White, this being her first year, you don't want to be under the magnifying glass. You don't want people calling for you to be fired as well. And so having Ari McDonough, in my opinion, didn't they just sign Chloe Bibby, which was a great signing.
Big move. Great move. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Caitlin Clark fans probably won't like that I say this. I feel like this was all very strategic. That's my humble opinion. I think Ari McDonough came to save them. They saw how well they play with her. and they saw Cece couldn't put it together this season. She did not have the things that they needed from her coming out of this offseason, which is a couple of the points that the fellas have made. Moving off ball, more effort, at least effort on defense, even if you can't play defense, as well as some type of mid-range game, right? And she came back with none of that. She came back the same player from college
Yep.
in the WNBA. And one thing that is painfully clear is, playing in the WNBA is different than playing in college. It just is. And I feel like she's still in college. She still thinks she's on the Iowa team, and she's too ball dominant for any team, not just the Indiana Fever, any team to win with her playing that way. Caitlin Clark fans won't like when I say this. Caitlin Clark is a 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes a game player at best. And even then, her turnovers still be high. It's the craziest thing. Caitlin Clark was on pace to break her own turnover record had she been healthy and kept playing. Clark's percentage was in the dumpster had she kept playing. In my opinion, this has been a complete bailout job. Bring Ari on, let her sit out and deal with whatever she got going on mentally. Because after seeing her jump up and damn near do a back tuck, I'm not going for the whole groin injury thing still. I'm sorry. I was the one who was like, oh, I'm not going to argue either one. She could be, she could not be. She's not physically injured, maybe mentally, but not physically injured no more. I believe she is mentally weak, and she does not like to fail in front of people. And because she don't like to fail in front of people, they done bailed her out. They have her indefinitely out. So what they're going to try to do is bring her back probably later on in the season, closer to the playoffs or something like that, 5 or 8 games out, to see how she's looking, things of that nature. And then if she's not looking too good, we'll get another, oh, she has to continue to sit out or whatever. It's a whole thing going on right now. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm not here to hold bars. So it's a whole thing to bail her out. They look way better with Ari. And when people were saying that, folks was mad. When people said, man, if you just get a better point guard, they didn't need Caitlin to go to the playoffs this year. People get mad because that's what they credit her for. Oh, they made it to the playoffs because of Caitlin last year. Before that, the Indiana Fever couldn't make it. They made it to the playoffs because of Caitlin. Then they get swept in the playoffs because of Caitlin. Literally get swept because of her. Because of her terrible shot selection. She could get targeted on defense. They get swept. They don't want to talk about getting swept, but they want to talk about getting her getting them there, when clearly they can get there with a serviceable point guard. Like, Ari McDonald is a pest on defense. She can set up an offense. She moves without the ball. She has a high morale, her effort, because those things matter. Intangibles matter that Cece doesn't have. The offense doesn't have to run through her. So if I'm Stephanie White, I'm bringing her back if she can play with that team, and I'm bringing her back on limited minutes. But HD, you already touched on this. Cece has an issue with not being the star. She has it. They already said it. By the way, this isn't speculation or narrative, as Cece has said, I don't want to come back on limited minutes. She has told them that.
Yep.
She don't.
That's what I'm saying. Key. If I wouldn't say this because I don't want people, because people get in their feelings. You know, they get in their feelings. She don't come off as a player who says, you know what, I'll take less minutes. I'll do what's best for the team. When I see other players like J.O. or like even Jewel Lloyd, like we've been bashing Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd's a future first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what she said? I think I need to come off the bench. I don't see Cece doing that. I just don't. She don't come off to me as, she comes off more as, I need the attention. I need the ball. I need people to love me and like me.
But she played
as opposed to,
she said that.
Yeah, as opposed to, I want to win. I just don't feel any winning intangibles in her. Like, she don't come off as a Fee, as a Stewie, as a Asia. She can't be that type of player. She got to have the ball, and she got to have the attention on her. If not, she's gonna take it out on her teammates, and we see some instances of that.
And HD.
Facts, HD. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Showtime. off real quick. The 6'8" Aquarius, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Do you believe Stephanie was brought in to push Caitlin out, knowing the type of offense Stephanie runs? No, I don't believe that.
No,
I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you what I
Y'all
believe.
wanted Caitlin Clark. I mean,
Hold on.
y'all wanted Caitlin Clark to have Stephanie White.
right.
Exactly. No, I don't believe she was brought in for that. I believe you can't control everything though, but I don't think she was brought in to push her out. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Bill Dancy, thank you for the $5 super chat. I will have CC come off the bench. The chemistry with Eric McDonald is winning champion. Absolutely, they want to play with her. Thank you for that $5 super chat, Billy Dancy. I'm with you. 6'8" Aquarius. The Bulls made the playoffs without Jordan in his second year.
No, they didn't.
Do you
No,
see
they
this?
didn't.
No, they didn't.
Do you see this situation being parallel? Also,
That's not the same thing, bro. That's not the same thing.
Hold on, let me finish. Also, the Fever have averaged more turnovers without CC. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Go ahead, Showtime.
Man, come on, that bull crap, dog. Man, stop it, dog.
I knew somebody was gonna say that. I knew it.
My bad, Key. My bad, Key. That's just. Come on, dog. We gotta stop this, bro.
Yeah. I'm not even.
Hey, bro. Hey, it's 6 foot clown. You a bald head line. Go ahead, Key.
Come on, C-Man. Y'all don't gotta keep lying to yourselves.
Right, y'all ain't gotta lie.
Come on, y'all. Y'all can't keep lying like that, y'all. It's okay. I don't get it. I really want to start understanding y'all, and I can't wrap my head around lying about what you're seeing. It makes no sense to lie about what you're seeing. To say that she set them up to get to the Commissioner Cup is insane. Do y'all know that they changed the Commissioner Cup rules in the middle of playing the freaking Commissioner Cup series? Do y'all know they changed the rule? And the rule got the Indiana Fever into the Commissioner Cup? Did y'all know that? The WNBA is pandering? Is that a shock to you? And actually, the player they're pandering is failing them. And she got a really short window to step it the fuck up. So y'all better actually, if you're a CC fan, what you want her to do is actually work on her game. Because if she don't work on her game, the WNBA finna drop her ass like you ain't never seen a player get dropped before. You can believe that. You can book it. If she don't figure it out. Y'all think people hating when they pointing out the holes in her game. She has to figure it out. It'll make her more competitive. It'll make her, yes, in her second season. They gave them 40-something games for a reason, and CC has only played in what, 10 of them? We did not make you the face of the league for you to play injured. We didn't do that. We didn't put all this money into you to put stuff on TV for Eric McDonald to come up here and show you up. We didn't do that. So yeah, she got a small window if she don't figure it out. And we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna talk about the fact that she needs to come back and actually want to conform to what is going on to win basketball and not to what you want to do. Iowa got to the damn championship game twice. They get there and they lose twice. Why do you think that is? She takes them to the she takes them to the Connecticut Sun series. She takes them to the playoffs, like y'all keep saying, and they get swept to the point where the organization asks Connecticut. Do y'all notice that this is not? I am not lying. They knew they was gonna lose HD to the point where the Connecticut, the Indiana Fever organization went to Connecticut and asked them to fumble a game.
Yeah, it was the old GM. It was the old GM, Key. That's why she ain't there no more. They had to get rid of her because she was about to mess everything up. I remember that. That's facts. That's facts.
I don't think y'all understand what I just said. The GM asked Connecticut Sun of last year to lose one game. Please just give us one game so we could go back to Indiana and make more revenue. They don't care about. I don't have time for the stupidity. I really don't. You think they care about anything but money? Y'all bugging out. And she the cash cow. and you're not playing? Come on now. Because you don't fit any system? Because at best you came out of college with the skill sets of a bench player? Y'all don't want to hear that either. She came out with the skill set of a bench player, not a starter. Not at the point guard position in the WNBA, where Skylar Diggins is playing. Sabrina Ionescu, who dropped 36 and 10, who is almost putting herself in the MVP conversation damn near.
Oh no, she should. She
Who's
put
the
her
best
foot in
shooter
my.
in the league, and they
Yeah,
continue to disrespect her.
Look, she been balling since the break. Since the break, she heard me. She heard me talking junk. Stab balling, dog.
Like that's all
Stab
I
on
got on
the
that.
heater.
Hey,
That's all I got on that. The bailout job happened and it's going well. Shout out to Ari McDonald. She bailing them out. Shout out to Ari. Salute to you, Ari.
The guy 6 foot Quinn, he's saying that the Bulls made a playoff when Jordan played 18 games. That was the year Jordan put 63 on. But he not telling you, Key, is this. The Bulls was 500 with Jordan. They was 21 and 43 without Jordan. If Jordan don't play them 18 games, by the way, the Bulls was 2 games ahead of 2 games away from not making the playoff. So if Jordan don't play at all, they don't make the playoff. So what you're saying is cap. We can move on.
Thank you, Show. Thank you for debunking that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're literally on the precipice of getting to the playoffs without Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry.
But Key, when have we become this society where we can't accept the facts? She just ain't got it.
Like,
she ain't got it. She just don't got it.
It's okay. And we're just talking about what she can do to get it.
Right.
I don't know
she
why
can
y'all
get
want
better.
a mediocre player so bad. She's mediocre at best.
She can get better, y'all. Like, this is her second year, but y'all told us that she was the 4th best player in the league. Y'all told us this is championship or bust. Y'all told us that she's the MVP front runner. You can't have it both ways. Y'all got to stand 10 toes down, and a lot of y'all I know don't stand 10 toes down. Y'all don't.
What Prince be saying? How y'all don't see the play? They started this season out saying she was the best point guard, the best shooting guard, and she will end this season. She's on the precipice of being the MVP. And now she's been mostly injured with a quad injury to start the season off. Then I injured my left groin. Then I go ahead and injure my right groin. And now I'm just out.
Key, you forgot it's gonna be the cheekbone next. Go ahead, my bad.
And then you're good. And then I'm just out indefinitely. Well, at the end of the season, when people go, hey, how come Caitlin Clark's not the MVP? You want to know what the excuse will be? Oh, she was injured. That's the play. Because if we let her continue to play, she still wouldn't have been MVP. But at that point, she would have actually had a resume for this season to point out why she's not an MVP, why she can't mess with the other point guards in this league, not even close. Come on, bro. What do we? I really be sick of this whole cradling Caitlin Clark thing, so CC fans don't get mad and call you a hater. Call me whatever you want. It won't change the fact that she cannot play defense, does not give effort. She doesn't have the morale or intangibles to be the leader of a team. Her favorite player is Maya Moore, who said that's what she needs to work on, is being a leader. And she clearly shows that that's something that she cannot do. It's an issue. The whole entire offense has to be set up through her, but she can't even run that. I don't even like calling her a good transitional player because she has too many turnovers to even give her that. I'm sorry. I don't think she is good at anything that she does. She's not even good at the 3 no more. I'm sorry. She's not even, that is not fake. There are literal percentages to back up what I'm saying. And then if you watch her play and put that together, she is not doing Nathaniel. I'm sorry. So call me whatever you want, but it's not going to change the fact that Caitlin Clark being out is the reason why this team is on the precipice of damn near getting into a championship game, possibly. It's not going to change that. Call me whatever you want. CC hater, whatever. It's cool. It's not going to change that. That's just what it is. That's all I got on that topic. Y'all got anything else?
No.
Bet.
Nope. Checkmate.
We could move on from that. Again, shout out to Ari McDonald. Now let's talk about another team that's kind of in a rebuild mode, trying to, make it to the playoffs as well. I think they are trying to get out of the bottom. We got to talk about what's next for Dallas after the trade. Carly Lou Samuelson has been waived as well. So they got Diamond Miller. They got that 2027 second round draft pick. He also got the 2027 first round draft pick from the Naphessa Smith trade as well. And then they waived Carly Lou Samuelson. They waived Tierra McCowan. He may not be done. He may not be done yet. But what you got on that, Prince? What is next for the Dallas Wings? They get Diamond Miller, taller, like you said, on the precipice of being like a 3-and-D type player. While if she's healthy. And then they got those 2 draft picks as well, and they waived Carly Lou Samuelson and Tierra McCowan.
It's twofold for me because I said this in the offseason. I don't know why Dallas tried to rush the process. Think about it. All of their offseason moves that they made to try to do this win now push are no longer there. So, you gave up draft picks. You gave up assets. You wasted Paige's development. Honestly, you've wasted JJ Quinterly and Isaiah James' development as well. See, people got to remember, basketball is timing and priceless development. They can't get those months back. JJ Quinterly and Isaiah James was playing behind Dijonai. You can't get those months back. Same thing with Enrique still being on his team. You can't get this time back. So I don't know why Dallas tried to cheat the process. That lets me know. That's why they haven't really moved Enrique yet. That lets me know the front office really felt like Enrique could be a difference this year. That lets me know the front office did not give up on Enrique. Because as a competent organization, when you got players like Dijonai and Enrique on your team in front of your draft picks, they're not going to develop correctly because they're not going to get the reps. They're not going to get the timing down with Paige, which is so important. They're not going to get the timing down with the coaching staff on what they're great at. So now the coaching staff got to go into the offseason reconfiguring, trying to figure out what the play style going to look like. You literally wasted a year of development for this team. Just build with your young players. I don't know why you felt, them in Chicago, when it came to their all-season moves, they're going to end up this all-season in the same boat. Some of these teams, man, the way that they move with how they build teams is weird. Like, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out when it comes to making the playoffs or rebuilding. Like, you got to be all in on one step at a time.
Prince, just one question for you real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you think they protect her in the off season, or do you think they keep her do you think they protect her or not protect her for expansion teams?
Who?
Enrique.
I think they protect her out of necessity just because they respect her because she's a free agent. So I think they will protect her out of just respect, for who Enrique is for the game. At the end of the day, that does mean something. What you've done for the game, it does mean something. At the end of the day, you can go out in a bad way. Not to bring this up, but I just want to be petty right quick. That lets y'all know Kennedy Carter hasn't built up cachet with the league. Like, that lets you know that. Like, you could be as great as you want to be, but you gotta build some cachet. My first year overseas, I couldn't go over there talking like some big dog. You gotta build up. Even when I got to Tulane, like my freshman year, like you gotta build up some cachet. Yeah, you're gonna come in with respect, but you gotta continue to update your resume. So Enrique has updated her resume. She has stayed with Dallas when she could have left, right? She re-signed with them. So that'll buy some cachet with them where they'll feel like we're not going to force her to go to this team or that team. But I don't know how that, honestly, I got to read up on that. I don't know how that works with free agents. Any of y'all know that? Like, if you're a free agent and you're not protected, how does that actually work? Because you're still a free agent. So, let's say another team picks up your rights or whatever, you're still a free agent. Unless you're probably restricted, but I don't know if she's restricted or not, HD. But
Right.
I mean, outside of Enrique, they don't need to make any major moves this offseason unless it's a player that can grow with their team. I never felt like Dijonai and Enrique was part of the future. Even Alyssa Smith, I never felt like none of them. So Dallas is in a good spot after the blunder that they did this season. To say they had a blunder this season, they didn't give up no first round picks. They still got both of them. They got back the second they got for Dijonai. So technically they got that back. I just felt like they wasted time with the development of their young core over trying to do this makeshift win now when they weren't actually ready. You got a young head coach who's never coached at this level, but it was just weird. A lot of front offices, the way they think, you got to have pieces. You got to, we praised Stephanie White. I mean, not Stephanie White. We praised Minnesota earlier for having Cheryl Reeves as their coach because she's been there, done that. Dallas coach ain't been there, done that. He's still learning. So why bring in? I was confused about that whole situation anyway. But they got back that second for Dijonai. They got back a first for Naphessa. So I mean, they're in a good spot for the next 3 years. Hopefully they don't blow it. We'll see. I mean, I just think that build around pieces that fit Paige. Make sure. See, one thing good front offices do before I pass it on, Key. One thing good front offices do is they know Paige is capable of being a two-way player, but what they won't do is they won't put that pressure on her to be that. They'll just let her be that in her own right. They'll get players who can take the load off of her in certain aspects of the game, like perimeter defending, rebounding, even though she can kind of do those things at like on an average level, rebounding. She's actually a good rebounder, honestly, for her position. And she's actually attacks the glass well on defense. We'll see what they look like in the offseason, but they got their picks. They got cap space. I think they only got 4 players that's going to be on their roster going into next season. Well, 5 now with Diamond Miller. So, I mean, they in a good spot. I mean.
For sure. Yeah, I think I don't hate Kurt as a GM personally. The only thing I hate is that he hired a man bun. That's what I don't like. I don't understand that or what he's trying to do. I think with certain caliber players coming out of college, you got to have the right coach for them to grow with them. I don't think it should have been that much of a rookie head coach. You know what I mean? So that's where it's unfortunate. You know, that move is the one move I just can't get behind. But otherwise, I feel like I can see his vision as far as who he signed and what he got for them. I can kind of see what he's doing with that. And it does feel and seem like he's building around Paige. I do in free agency, I would like them to get a more seasoned bigs. I like Louisa and Leroux, but I think if they can get more seasoned bigs, I think that can make a difference for them. As far as that, letting Tierra McCowan and Maisha Hines-Allen walk this season, and then getting seasoned vets for those positions, I think will be great. And everything else, yeah, like rookies or whatever is cool. Otherwise, or maybe even a seasoned wing and a seasoned big. Something like that. But yeah, that's what I would like to see otherwise. But I think they're on the right track, to be honest with you. I think just it's the coach that is like, you could be picking all the, getting all the right players, making all the right moves all you want to. But if he can't coach, I don't know. But it's one of them things where I'll be like, is it the same thing as Chicago Sky, where to me, Tyler Marsh was hired so that Jeff P could still have his tentacles in it, and I feel like it's Kurt Miller doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Did you hire him just so you can coach through him? Is that what you're trying to do? But either way, I mean, he sucks. So he got to get up out of there. So that's the only thing I feel like is going to be possibly an issue in their future. Now, what I will say the difference between Kurt and Jeff P is, I don't think Kurt is that stupid to keep that man for too long. I will say that. I don't see him getting fired at the end of the season. I don't see that. Unfortunately, he probably should. I don't see that. But I do believe if Kurt gets the what Kurt feels like is the right pieces and it's still issues, I believe Kurt will fire him. I don't think Kurt is above that, unlike other people, Jeff P. I don't think Kurt will let it get too far, me personally. But I see the vision. I don't hate him as a GM, but we'll see. What you got on this, HD?
I mean, let's call it what it was. They put this team together thinking they were going to make the playoffs, but instead of what Kurt Miller did, Kurt Miller is actually smart. He's not playing GM. He is a GM. He built the Connecticut team. I think a lot of people forget his cachet in the league. And yes, I go with what you're saying. He is putting his hooks behind Man Bun. He was using him to coach. He thought he had somebody, but then he realized that this guy he doesn't know how to think on his feet. So I believe that he'll move on from him, possibly move Nola up, because Nola's been with him like forever. She's been there on the staff, like I think since Kurt began coaching, like in the league or whatever. I'm not sure, but I think they're in a great position. I don't know about Enrique. I think when Paige spoke up for Enrique and had her back, I think Enrique started to change because Enrique has changed her play style. She's not dominating the ball as much. She's actually trying to work with Paige. They're actually trying to work with one another. I think that the bad move was them getting Naphessa Smith because Naphessa Smith just didn't fit that whole team in all. When they brought Lee Rue there, Lee Rue honestly opened that offense up more because she can shoot and she can also score at all different levels, and she takes the pressure off of the guards.
HD, real quick, I gotta ask you this. I ain't gonna lie, I personally think he did those signings on purpose. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah. I don't think he was. I don't think Kirk thought nothing of his signings. I think he knew he was going to trade them. That's my humble opinion. I think he
could. That. I can see that too. I thought about that too. That's another thing I thought about as well. I won't put it past him because Kurt to me thinks on the go. He looks and he sees something. And he's like, okay, I got to change this. Whereas Jeff P just thinks he's smarter than everybody. Kurt actually shows it. So he knew that, okay, this isn't working. So I'm going to move on from these pieces. Now he got some good pieces back. Look, if he could get the right coach for next year, like this team is only maybe 2 years away. They're not that far away if he does this how he's supposed to do it. Like they're in a very good spot. They possibly could make the AFC next year if they get the right coach and they put the right pieces around Paige, Quinterly, and Zaza. I'm going with them three as my core, and I'm just going to continue building around them. You got rid of the excess fat, which is Tierra McCowan. You got rid of Kalani in the offseason. So now you can bring Lee Rue back. You could get another big to grow with them. And look, I think Dallas is going to be tough. Like if they can get the right coach, I say 2 years, maybe 3 at most, away from contending. Not just playoffs, but contending.
Facts. All good points. What you think, Showtime?
Dallas Wings in a great spot. They got Kurt Miller. He knows how to build a team. You saw what he did Connecticut. Saw what he did with the Sparks. Now he didn't get a chance to really build a playoff team. But look, Dallas in a good place. They got draft picks. You got Paige Beckers. I mean, of course. I mean, we know Paige is. And look, I think Dallas is they might not be a playoff team this year, but they're definitely on the right track. In 2 years, I think they're going to be. They could be one of the best teams in the league within 2 years if they draft well and they pick up key free agents that's going to fit the system, that's going to fit around Paige Beckers. Now, what they do with Enrique, I think Enrique is bought in. She's bought in. She really has. She haven't really been in the way. She haven't. And in order for you to really be able to build a competitive team, you got to be able to pick up some gems too, man. I just look at the gems they picked up in this draft. They didn't miss on none of their draft picks.
None.
They just Quinterly, like Zaza. I mean, he hit this man right on the money. And those players are not projects. They contributing now. They started and having big games now. So they already building a culture. See, this is what you want from rebuilding teams. You want to be able to, okay, even though you're not winning, you want to establish a culture still. You want to establish a culture, and on top of that, you want to develop. This is what I'm talking about. Like all that, this to develop this, develop that. Well, look, man bun, you call him man bun, whatever. I gotta give him credit for this though. He's fine. He's trying, even through a bad season. He's doing his part with the development though. Starting Zaza next to Paige when Rick not playing, he put JJ out there and they playing with confidence. I like what they're doing. Getting what's her name? What's my girl name? Lou
You about to say Luca?
Yeah, I'll say
Louisa.
Louisa?
Louisa.
No,
I'm talking about the four.
No, the Chinese.
Lee Rue. I got you. Yeah, Rue. Yeah.
Lee Rue was better than what I thought because I ain't really seen nothing too special out of last year. But man, she playing her best basketball on this team. Now they losing. Ain't nothing to take out of it. But getting Diamond Miller though, I think that's an underrated move. That's an underrated move though. Yep. People sleeping on them getting Diamond Miller.
Yep.
Diamond Miller. You got Diamond Miller to go along. Y'all, they can potentially get the number 1 pick again. Number 1 pick.
Because show, what was they missing this year? What position was they missing this year when you look at their team?
To me, they need a 3-and-D.
Yep, that's Diamond Miller.
And what I said earlier, show, she's on pace to be one of the best 3-and-D players in the league.
Yeah,
she's on pace to be in that conversation.
She a dog. Yeah, she a dog. I love Diamond Miller.
Dallas gonna be just fine in 2 years. It's gonna take patience. Now, what they need to do is when they go into the off season, go out there and get a 4. Go out there and get a 4. Well, they do got Maddie. Just now that I think about it, Maddie.
I like the Louisa chick. I think if you could grow with her and Louis Rue, I think they'll be fine. I think they can just get a backup 4 to come in and bang.
Nah, they need a vet. See, I'm thinking about a vet.
Okay, yeah.
You got to have veterans to balance out a young team. You don't want to have a team full of young players. Next year, for real, if I was Kurt Miller, I would go out there. I would approach free agents with the expectation I'm trying to make the playoffs next year, because they young players are good enough for them to make the playoffs next year. If you get a good blend of veterans to fit right into the system and play around the young players, I'm telling you, they gonna be dangerous in 1 or 2 years. Y'all think Zaza good now? Man, Zaza only gonna get better. This is the worst version of Paige Beckers. I'm telling y'all. So
hey, Showtime. I'm about to make you laugh. I was thinking when you was talking, I was agreeing with you. This is the crazy thing. If Dallas win on their picks next year, and how you talked about bringing some vets in there, want me to tell you this? Ariel Atkins and E. Will are literally the vets they need. Ariel Atkins and E. Will, it's literally E. Will, the backup front court player. You need a vet in the front court, been there, done that, and you need a 2-way player next to Paige that ain't gonna want the ball like Enrique. Like Chicago literally has 2 pieces that literally fit with that team. So, but not to say like they go get Chicago players. I was just thinking about those 2 teams in my head. They're kind of like on the same pace. They're kind of like on the same pace. But like I was just thinking about those 2 teams. But like they need a 2-way guard and they need a veteran front court player.
I agree with you right there. The only problem is Chicago don't need Enrique. But
no, Enrique's a free agent. You don't gotta. No, what I'm saying is like both of them are free agents.
Situation. That's a sign trade situation.
You can't trade Ariel Atkins and E. Will.
Sign and trade.
No, they don't. The WNBA don't work like that.
E. Will, yes, it is. They just did it, didn't it?
No.
Didn't we just do that?
Free agent, both of them is unrestricted.
With Kelsey Plum?
No, both of them is unrestricted.
Okay.
You can't sign and trade an unrestricted player.
All right. You got it. Look, again, Ariel Atkins. No, I agree with you right there. My thing is this though, Prince.
I was just talking about like what Dallas need for that veteran kind of like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Here's my thing though, Prince. Do you go out there and get an Ariel Atkins or do you develop Zaza as your number 2?
You need a vet. Again, it don't gotta be a player that's gonna take away from Isaiah James. I don't trust her in the playoffs yet. Because I need to see it. She's still young. Like you need some backcourt players with Paige that's been there before. You know what I'm saying?
That makes
like
sense.
Ariel Atkins has won a championship. Ariel Atkins can probably help some of the rookies come along because Ariel Atkins is the all-time leading scorer in rookie points in the playoffs. So she can kind of probably tell them how to get points at that position. And because she played with Elena Deladine, who's a superstar, and she still had that many points in the playoffs as a rookie. So she could probably help them be like, this is how you play with a player like Paige.
Hey, that's true. I know another player that can help them too. Do you want to know another player that can help them too? I know a player. You put him on this team, they gonna make the playoff for sure. I can guarantee you that. Along with them draft picks, I know for a fact Kurt Miller know basketball. We ain't got to worry about no bull calling with him. Out there drafting European players that average 1.9 points a game. I know for a fact if you put a certain player on this team, and they look, this will be tailor-made because Paige can play off the ball. See, I ain't got to worry about Paige Becker making everything about her. She can play off the ball. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that alone though.
Hey, so they court and traded her.
I was thinking it in my head, but I didn't want to take nobody off the Aces. If I'm Dallas, Jackie Young is my number 1 priority in the offseason.
Yep.
Oh, they get Jackie Young. Oh, I'm jealous.
If I'm Dallas,
I'm jealous.
Jackie Young is my number 1 mission.
Ooh, that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect, bro.
Like, that's my number 1 mission.
I wasn't even thinking that high.
Because I like Isaiah James and JJ Quinley. I don't see them as starters though. Like their skill sets, they're not starters to me.
They is
Zaza be a great 6th woman off the bench. Yeah. She'll be great as a 6th woman, and then in the game, sort of that Ginobili role with San Antonio. She'll be great at that role.
And JJ Quinley, no pun intended, but Showtime and HD and Key, y'all probably remember this. Remember Dallas in 11, they had JJ Burrell. That's who Quinley reminds me of.
Correct.
That's
just come in, change the pace, make some impact plays, and go back to the bench.
So what you're telling me is this. So basically what you're saying is get Ariel Atkins and Big 5 over there, and they'll be all right. And go out there and sign Jackie Young. That's what I heard.
I wouldn't get Ariel Atkins if I'm getting Jackie Young. It's kind of redundant position. I would go after either or. I'm just looking at the 2-way players that's going to be on the free agent market. That's probably the top two because of their age and capabilities. If you look at the 2-guard position, they're probably the top 2. If you're just trying to build out a roster and you need a 2-way 2-guard, they're probably top 2.
They need front court help too, right?
Yeah, that's why I said your front court. You don't need your front court player to start. You need a vet off your bench.
Can she be a
3-year root can lean on?
Can she be a 3-year veteran? Is 3-year veterans that part of the criteria?
Bro,
hold on, what happened?
A 3-year veteran, is that part of the criteria?
Man, you ain't no veteran if you've been in the league 3 years. Stop it, man.
Hey, look,
you ain't even done enough.
Kurt definitely gonna try to.
I can't tell she a 3-year player. I can't tell.
Hey, Showtime. Ain't nothing off the table for Kurt. Ain't nothing.
You talking about Angel Reese?
I ain't say Angel Reese. Chill, bro. I ain't say nothing about no Angel Reese. I ain't say.
We gotta stop this, man.
I just mentioned Angel Reese's name.
I know that's who y'all always refer to.
I ain't
Stop this, man.
I think
I ain't saying nothing about Angel Reese. Who said something about Angel Reese?
What?
I think Kurt gonna go after De'Erica. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I agree. Key, I agree. I agree.
De'Erica,
I agree, Key. Yes, De'Erica would fit.
for
Yeah,
sure.
and then I will move Louisa to the bench. I'll go from there. Yep.
Yeah,
So
he's smart. He know how to build a championship team because you got to have
Look,
starters coming off the bench too.
look, I would get Jay Young. I would let Enrique walk, get Jay Young, and get De'Erica. That's who I'm looking for.
They're gonna core and
that'll
trade
be
her.
nice.
They're not gonna let her walk for nothing.
Yeah.
They gonna do
They're
like
gonna
Vegas
core and
did.
trade her. They're gonna
Yeah.
core and trade her.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
what Vegas did with Kelsey Plum.
They're
Right.
not keeping her though. They're not keeping her, but
No.
they'll core and trade her. She's not a part of their future, unfortunately.
What if Jeff bring Enrique to Chicago? What y'all gonna do?
It's definitely possible. Let me tell you, because
Look at Show. I just want to see Show face.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Kurt is extremely underrated. I do. I get why people don't like him, but I'm telling you, I'm like, Kurt isn't trading her because he about to get her to buy in. She's gonna look like she can conform, and then it's easier to trade her now because before she looked untradeable damn near.
Right.
Because the way she plays doesn't fit into anybody's system. So okay, I'm gonna give you a whole season to figure it out. So now she's 14 assists, only 1 turnover. By the way, some people can learn from that. 14 assists.
I'll tell you what.
CC.
So by the end of the season, she continues to show that. Then at the end of the season, she's a lot more appealing to other teams. It's not because he want to keep her. It's not because she works with Paige now. It's like, okay, you work with Paige, but that means you could work with anybody. Bye.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. Is it facts that Kurt Miller won an Angel on the Sparks?
Yeah, facts.
Okay. So what team Kurt Miller, he the GM of what team again?
Dallas.
Okay. He on the team of Dallas, right. They need front court help, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And Chicago Sky fans out here crying for a girl in Mexico, right?
Right. Right.
So you go get a girl that can actually score. That makes sense. So how about this? Kurt Miller want Angel. Y'all want Kennedy Carter. We're going to give y'all something better than Kennedy Carter, Enrique. You just make sure Angel take her, Barbie Knight, and them pretty little boots she be wearing right to Dallas. Y'all can have all the shooting y'all want then. Since we miss buckets. You miss your bucket get her? Okay, go ahead. You go get her too. Just make sure Angel out there in Dallas. How about that?
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Angel probably staying for another year.
Hey, no time. I ain't never see people cake for a player that ain't win nothing in their career.
Me neither.
High school, college, nothing. I'm confused about that whole conversation.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, she beat me.
They love
hold on, Key. Both of their initials is CC, right? Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But again, people that see, that's my point though. People that cape for that, they're literally contradicting themselves in their gaslighters. Because you can't have one without the other. Like you want one, but then you want to gaslight the other one. Like that don't make sense to me. Like when we talk sports, people want to pick sides, but don't realize when you pick a side, you're really choosing how people view and see how you actually think of the sport. You want Kennedy Carter, who ain't do nothing in her entire basketball career that makes you cape for her like that, haven't won anything. But then you bash the other person who is in the same boat. You can't either they both are overrated or they not. You can't be
she did do something. She averaged 17 points on a 13-27 team.
Man, look, look. My first year playing college basketball, coaches used to always say, even on bad teams, somebody got to score. Even on bad teams, somebody got to score. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. What his name is? Cam Thomas. He looked like a Hall of Famer over there. Having 30 points. Put him on a good team, and you're gonna really see what he about. Because he ain't gonna do the little things. Again, I got nothing against Kennedy Carter. I got I got no horse in the race on the Kennedy Carter thing. Because I'm an Aces fan. I just like Angel. But from outside looking in, she don't make winning plays. Like you can put up 27 points all you want and be a leading scorer on the team. How does that impact winning? Because if I'm not mistaken, she was still on that team when Angel Reese got hurt last year. If I'm not mistaken, she got into that starting lineup after they benched Dana Evans.
Yep.
I'm just confused. Like caping for somebody like that to be on your team because you're losing, I need to look at their resume and say 20 games, Kennedy Carter is the reason they won. If you can't show me 20 games why she won, why do you think her production will make a difference? And this is what I think people do. They look at her points and say, we lost by 3 points this game, 4 points that game. That's not how basketball works. You don't take her points per game and you drop them on the team and they just automatically win those games. No, those shots she's taking is coming from someone else. So yes, she scores 17, but that other player might not score 12. They might score 7 now. And that other player might not score 14. They might score 8 now. That's how basketball actually works. This isn't 2K. A lot of people got 2K thought processes when they think about how basketball works and how players fit. She's taking a shot from someone else. Even though they're not shooting great, she's still taking a shot from someone else. And that point is coming from someone else. That's how basketball actually works.
Hey, man. Say, man. Don't be
look, nobody won't have the Kennedy Carter conversation with me because I would make them look foolish. That's why I don't get it. I would literally make people look foolish and rethink their whole thought process.
Hey, man, don't be
They
disrespecting.
overvalue what she actually brought to that team.
Hey, man.
Like, literally, they really overvalue what she gave. That whole change of pace, quick shot, ISO scoring, they overvalued how she actually did that. She didn't do it like y'all actually think she did it. They're really overvaluing how she actually got those points.
And we forget the Chicago playing their best basketball when they had Mabry. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, I mean, all great points as far as the CC squareds go, and all great points as far as Dallas Wings go. We'll see what happens. Again, the trade deadline is on the 7th. I don't believe that we're done hearing trade news from any team, and I definitely think the Dallas Wings could possibly be in there somewhere again, possibly. Mystics, teams like that is what you should look out for. Mystics already were shopping during the season, Aliyah Edwards, so that could be something you see coming up soon, y'all. So yeah, the deadline August 7th. We'll see what else comes out of it, and we'll see what other moves that Kurt makes. No, I'm not. But make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you check out the Underdog Stars Hoop Central code as well. Do you guys have any final thoughts on the topics that we have talked about today?
Hey,
good show, man. Good show, man. Good show.
Appreciate
hey, all I know is Fee better show up in the playoffs. I'm gonna be paying attention.
Okay. And when she do show up, then what?
I'm gonna give her props. You got it on record. If Fee show up, I'm gonna give her props. But stop putting her in the conversation with Stewie and Asia. She ain't done nothing yet. Again, she ain't getting in the quarter boat. She ain't doing nothing
yet. So when she win All-Star MVP, Unrivaled MVP, and Finals MVP all in 1 year, then what?
Then we can repeat the conversation. Like
what if she doesn't?
Basketball player.
We're gonna blame the refs. We're gonna blame the refs this game.
Look,
if she doesn't,
basketball is about updating your resume. That means she's updated her resume.
So, hey, if I blame the ref, there shouldn't be no problem with you because all you do is blame the ref. You blame ref every time.
Ooh, blame the ref.
Hey man, we're gonna go on to a whole. Hey, keep going. Let's wrap it.
Hey, shout out to Fido, man. Hope she get better. I don't want injuries on nobody. Shout out to Fee, man. Get better soon, Fee. If you watching, just know I would dunk on you. But other than that, man, shout out to you, man. Hope you get better soon. Put some icy hot on that thing, man, and wrap it up. Get back out there, man. Great players play through injury, Fee. Great players play through injury, man.
Wait, so hold on, Showtime. So, because you said you want Angel to go to Dallas Wings, right? You said that, Showtime?
Yeah.
Okay. So, for instance, somebody said people want Angel to go to another team to help build someone else's legacy instead of building her own. I'm glad she's a competitor and wants her own legacy. What you think about that comment?
I think they need to shut the hell up because if she leaves, look, Chicago. Okay, look, y'all. y'all. Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, bro. But this is not the. See, I hate when they do this. Oh, she gonna do like Michael Jordan did. Y'all not being realistic, bro. Jared Cross knows how to build a team. JLP knows how to create a mess. And Angel Reese is part of the mess, and it's not her fault. I want her out of the mess.
I got a question.
Either they get rid of JLP or you can get rid of Angel Reese. That's what I'm on.
That's it.
I got a question too. For that type of I don't understand sometimes. Maya Moore came in her rookie year to some of the top players in the league, and they all have cemented themselves as Hall of Famers.
Yep.
It was never seen that way. Now, I wouldn't want Angel to go to to Asia's team, right? I don't want her to go to the Minnesota Lynx necessarily.
Why she can't go to Asia team?
I don't want her to go there. That's my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I don't want her to do that. But going to a team with Paige, that's not creating your own legacy, in my opinion.
I'm talking about so she can go with Paige, but she can't go with Asia?
No. I said what I said. I said what I said.
So JJ can create a legacy with Stewart, but Angel can't create a legacy with Paige. And Paige ain't even got no legacy. Paige a 1 year player, Angel a 2 year player. So what are we talking about? They can create a bond.
They can create their own legacies on the same team.
Angel can create a legacy with Asia.
No.
They on different platforms. She can create her own legacy.
No.
Sylvia, hold on. Sylvia Fowles left Chicago Sky, went to the Minnesota Lynx, won 2 chips. She's regarded as one of the best or top 3 or 4 posts ever to play the game. So that's not going to mess her legacy up wherever she goes. You create your legacy where you go. The point is to win a championship. If your organization isn't doing what they're supposed to do for you to win a championship, what you think you're going to do? It's like you at a job and your job ain't paying you enough or doing nothing for you to help you. You finna bounce. Like, come on, man. Stop.
Look, man, look. I think we look at legacy different. I think people are looking at it differently. Because when LeBron went to Miami, did he take away from D Wade's legacy?
Oh, he did not.
No.
So
He didn't take from Bosh legacy. Yeah, Bosh is a top 75 player. So what are we talking about?
The problem is this. I wouldn't want her to play with Angel because
Angel's the GOAT. Look at man. Look at man. I will go on record. Angel will never be on Asia's level. Ever.
That's not really the same.
That's the GOAT. She can go. She can still go over there and create.
But we trying to not.
We trying to beat. There's a 7-year difference.
We don't want to play with Asia. We want to beat Asia.
But they're not even in the same class.
I don't want Angel playing with Fia Asia, bro. That's just what it is.
Facts.
That's our
competition. Get out of here, man.
I'm with you, Showtime. We on the same page.
That's totally different, bro.
That's completely different. Than going to play with Paige. That's completely different than playing with Paige. Angel Reese is the one who came in here and started making things competitive again. I don't want her to.
Yeah, I want her to go at them. I mean,
I want her to go at them.
That's great for the league if you got Paige and Angel together going up against, Aliyah Boston and CC and Jackie Young and Age. It's different. It's more competitive. It's the storyline would be much better too, in my opinion. But again, we'll see what she do in Chicago. I don't have high hopes for JLP now, but we don't want to talk about it. Let's
we can move on. I just wanted to ask you at the end to show off. I think she'll finish out next year at the very least anyway. So it is what it is. You guys go over to HDII TV, all one word. Make sure you subscribe. Showtime On Point Sports, all one word. Make sure you subscribe. I am Zoe Media. Make sure you subscribe. And WBB Universe, all one word. And make sure you subscribe. And then subscribe to Stars Hoop Central. Hit the all notification button so you know every time we go live. We're here on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure y'all come through for the next episode. It's going to be real good, real juicy as usual. Check out the Stars Hoop Central code and hit the like button on your way out. It is free. Appreciate everybody who sent in super chats. And y'all have a great, great Monday. We out of here.
Yeah, learn. dribble the drain, record the debate. Talking bar cruise, no room for the fake. Star Hoop Central, the spotlight beams, where hoop heads clash, dissecting teams. Sky high takes from the art to the paint. Truth on display, no room for complaints. Bounce that thought, let the dialogue reign. Star Hoop Central, we reign in the game. Pick and roll knowledge, alley-oop flows, crossovers in convo, the rivalries grow. From the ghosts to the rookies, we frame the tale. Slam dunk opinions, the details prevail. Sky high takes from the art to the paint. Truth on display, no room for complaints. Bounce that thought, let the dialogue reign. Star Hoop Central, we reign in the game.